Bam! What's up, people? What is going on YouTube? We are back in the house. This is another episode of the O.O.C. And I think we got some fire topics. We got a fire show for you guys tonight, man. So I appreciate everybody that came in. G Major is in the house. King David is in the house. Austinator is in the house. Matt's Mama Bear is in the house. Yeah, you better have come in. But with, but with that being said, guys, how you guys doing today?
What's good, man? What's good? What's good?
Excellent. So, we're gonna start the show off, and I'm gonna start it off by doing this and saying congratulations, Josh. You hit your 100 subs.
Thank you.
Happy for you, bro. You're gonna get a lot more in the house.
100%.
So
and I'm gonna put the work in to
you, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
I see you putting in the work. I see
thank
you.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll talk about that later, but I'll give my thank yous and all that. But
no, this is your moment, bro. You starting it off, man. We starting it off with your celebration of 100 subs, bro. So talk to the people.
Awesome. Oh man. So first off, I want to thank all the subs. Like, you guys have inspired me to push it to the next level now. You know what I mean?
Shop.
And shout out to my group on Facebook, Movie Aficionados, man. You guys stayed there. All you people out there in Movie Aficionados, man, you guys stayed there when I was dormant. You guys stayed. You kept the group going. You kept posting stuff. You kept the content going, and I appreciate you guys. Anzo, man, you're first, bro. You're first, dude. Wow, you've inspired me, and you brought me together with so many people, and you gave me a chance. I'm not gonna cry, so let's. I'm gonna get out slowly.
Shit.
Say it, because go ahead, man.
Yeah, it's
Well, we
true,
didn't have
man.
some music playing. Some.
I know.
We need LDG with that track.
Where is he at?
Yeah,
and hold on. You think I didn't see the drawing? Is that what you think? Just because I don't say nothing doesn't mean I don't see everything. That's all. Go ahead, Jack.
So, yeah, man, and hopefully I can aspire to one day, because that's my next goal. My next goal is straight up just get to 1,000, whatever. And it's going to be it might be a long road. Who knows what the hell happens? I mean, YouTube is unpredictable. Danny also shout out. I got to give Danny a shout out. He let me on the sports show, which we haven't done in a while. I know I've been busy on Saturdays anyway, but Danny, thank you for giving me a shot and a chance. LDG, shout out to you, man. You let me backstage. I met a lot of people through you as well. And Anzo, obviously, like, you connected me with Danny and LDG, and having faith in me. Oh man, it means a lot. It means a lot.
A little choked up.
I know. I am.
And let's be real, right? Because I said it before, man. Yo, when I sent out that Josh wasn't supposed to be there. It was an accident, but Josh came on and he rolled with it, and I liked having Josh on. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna make Josh a part of the show. I really enjoyed having you on, your perspective and everything, bro. So I have no problems. I had no problems with that, man. No problems.
Roberto and Gaiskar and my O.O.C crew, it's been like, and it still is. It still is. It still will be. It's great, man. It's great. We've had awesome shows, fun shows, funny shows. You guys, love you guys. 3,000, three of you, man. 3 people who aren't even from the U.S., but I feel like we're still brothers. We're still brothers.
The Canadian brothers.
Roberto, man, you're next.
G Major sends a $2 super chat. He said, "Congratulations,
Thank
Josh.
you,
Keep
Major.
rising to the top."
G Major,
thank you very much.
Roberto, you're next. We're gonna have the same celebration too, man. We're gonna get the drinks out, all that, champagne, everything. I didn't go and buy any drinks. I forgot to do that. It's right though. Yeah.
Well, here's what we're gonna do, because June, I just told these guys, July 18th is going to be 1 year of O.O.C. So we are going to celebrate with drinks. Yes, we are going to celebrate with drinks that night, guys. You all better have some drinks ready. We are going to celebrate with some drinks that night. And
let me write a memo.
What's the date? What was the date? July something?
July 18th.
Hold on. 18? That's my magic number, yo.
Well, it'll probably
that.
be either the 17th or the 19th because it was
For a couple
last year.
weeks.
So
Oh.
I'm not sure if it's a day before.
We started the
or day
show on the
after.
18th?
Yes, we did. Our first
This
show.
is why this show is flexing the way it is, yo. Because 18 is a
Yeah.
significant number in my life. Significant to the max.
Oh,
Me too.
really?
My birthday's
Born
18th.
on the 18th.
Yeah, me too.
Got married on the 18th. My firstborn is on the 18th.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And-
So plays a role, you know?
And your first show, the 18th.
You know? Bam! Right
Are there any football players?
Wow.
Any
You
football
know?
players with 18? Any football
Oh,
NFL
shit.
players?
That's where it
that you can
ends.
think of?
Sorry, Josh. That's where it
I'm
ends,
trying to
man.
think.
You
None
know,
of
something else
18s.
comes along by nature, I'm taking it in. Because the same way you came on the show is basically the same way me and Anzo hooked up by
Facts.
accident.
Facts.
And I don't think it was an accident. I think it was just a subliminal message for us to hook up. That's
When
it.
you have something that happens like this, it's not an accident, coincidence, you could say, whatever, maybe fate, right? Because I thought it was Robert, because it was
Wow.
someone asked me about Robert, right? And usually they'll say Robert Storms, right? But they didn't say Robert Storms, they said Robert. So I was like, Robert. So I messaged Roberto, and I'm like, Roberto, did you?
Because I used to go by Robert back in the day, in case any of you were
Right.
wondering.
Well,
Now
I
I'm
used
old, so I'm reflecting on my real name.
right.
So go ahead.
And just so you know, I wasn't calling you your old name. I was just saying this is how it
I
went.
hear you. I hear you. Yeah. Just to give you, more shine
Background.
because people might not understand.
Why did he think him when he said Robert? Right? Yeah, I get it. Yeah, so he used to go, and so I had messaged him, and I'm like, yo, you something about my show, and he's like, you have a show, and I was like, yeah, YouTube. What didn't you? And he's like, no, and I said, oh, you didn't know that, blah blah blah, and then we started talking, man, and he was like, man, I always wanted to do a show. I wanted to do something, realistic, getting stuff out my chest, talking about this and that. And I was like, you know what the fucked up thing about it is? Because I was thinking about the same thing. And it happened on Storm's channel, because one day I was talking about the shit that I went through in my life, and there was a dude in there, and he was like, Anzo, man, you inspire me. Thank you for that. And that's when I said, you know what? Maybe I can inspire other people, and I wanted to do a show. So when Berto talked to me about it, I was like, okay, there's my co-host. There's my co-host for the show. And then we did our first show. We did a couple of shows. Gaiskar started watching. You know what I mean? Gaiskar wanted to come on. I led him on. And then I sent the link to Gaiskar and Josh. I don't even know how I sent it to Josh, because I guess
it's meant to be, yo.
We were in a group. It was a
you
group
were in a
chat.
group, right? Yeah.
I don't remember what the group chat was. Maybe it was
Right.
for the what was the sports? I gotta keep forgetting the name of the sports show. I'm so sorry.
Square One.
Square One. Yeah.
I don't know if it would be Square for. Oh, maybe it was.
Because Gaiskar wasn't on the show.
Yeah, it was. You're right. It was for Square One, and I sent it to Roberto because I always sent it to him on Facebook, and I sent it to the group chat, and then you popped in, and then I was like, Josh is here, and I was like, what are you doing here? And then I was like, you know what?
Well, we've also done. Well, there's sometimes where we would do random streams, or like we would
Storms
do, like,
Nation.
The other Storms Nation.
Storms Nation is where we met.
Square One, it would happen on a different day.
Oh yeah, Square One. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and we met on Storms Nation.
Oh
right?
man, and many shout out to Rob.
Facts.
Right.
So
Yellow.
What's up, Yellow?
Hey, what's up, Yellow? What's going on, man? Yeah. So that's what happens, and that this is what it ended up being. A year later, I got 3 amazing co-hosts on the show, and we've been doing this show for a year, and I always look forward to the O.O.C, man. I always look forward to doing the show, especially when I hear some of the topics that you guys are going to bring up in there. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, I don't want to call out the other shows, but, oh, man, I don't want to – where would you rank? Nah, I don't even want to do that to you, man. I don't want to.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you the honest.
The O.O.C is up there.
O.O.C is my baby. This is it. This is the show. This is my baby. This is the one I care the most about.
And I'm going to say something about it, because you see, It doesn't matter about the super chats and stuff. We appreciate that shit. But if you say something that's good in the comments, we'll call you out. And even if it's, we integrate with everybody who's in the chat and stuff. And that's what is keeping it real, right? Because no matter what, as big as we're going to get, as big as I'm going to get, the only time I will not read that chat if the chat's going like super fucking fast, you can't see it because I have about over 1,000 people or 3,000 people watching my show.
Yep. And even when it does that, I know it will be hard, but I will also make sure that the originals, the ones that have been with me for the beginning, they will still get their chats read. I will do my best to do it. You know what I mean? Put their chats up on the stream. Even now, sometimes our topics are going like bam, 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 and we're into it. I can't stop to read a comment. So I make sure that I put the comment up on the stream so that everybody watching can see it, so that we can see it. You know what I mean? And if it's something that we like, we'll discuss it later. We'll go back to it or whatever. Or if the person who's talking wants to stop and then say something about it and then go back to what they're saying. But for me, like Gaiskar said, it's not about the super chats. I man, if you want to send them, no problem. But at the end of the day, it's about the interaction that I have with the people that come in here and watch the show, and that's what it's always been about, and that's what it will always be about.
For me, it's the procrastination. I'm glad you got me beyond the point of wanting to do something like this for about a year. I would tell my friend, let's do it. But, it's like, yeah, whatever. It's a moment thing, And now, I mean, I'm so comfortable with Wednesday nights that I'm procrastinating on my own thing, because I just look so forward for Wednesday and then bam, it's here. Because I play hockey 2 nights a week, and before hockey came before everything. And I can honestly say that this show comes before hockey. Maybe it's because of COVID, because we haven't played in so long. But this show really touches me, because the main reason, not necessarily because I hooked up with you fine gentlemen, got to meet a lot of people. It's more the people, because my biggest fear, which will be a part of my show, was the fact that, so why would people want to listen to me, Like, my topics are more psychological, because call me weird and I'm not offended anymore, because my ego is, put aside. But I like to study people, and I can understand where our boy's coming from, referring to people as humans, because if I'm looking at people, I'm looking at the observation as they're humans, right? And again, not to off track, but it's honestly the people that come and respect us. And when I see new people coming and frequently coming, that really touches me, man.
Facts.
100%.
Facts. 100%. I feel the exact same way.
I know you said it too. And I feel you, man. I feel you, because.
And to be able to meet the people that I met, and to like Josh said, I brought people together, and yeah, I have done that. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, we're all good people. Like, everybody that I interact with, I find they're good people. If I didn't like you, I ain't interacting with you. That's just the way it is. If I ain't like you, I ain't going on your streams. I ain't having you on my streams. But I enjoy going on MSK streams and streaming with that community. I enjoy having them on. I enjoy having Yellow come on here. You know what I mean? I enjoy that stuff. So that's why I like to do what I do, bring the communities together, man. And man, I hope it works. Hey, man, I'm not here. My goal was never to get monetized. My goal was never to, hit 1 million subs or something like that. Would I love to? Absolutely. Would I like to know what it feels like to fucking watch your chat just going up so fast that you can't fucking read it? Absolutely. I want to know what that is like. I do want to know what that is like. But at the end of the day, as long as I have the people that we have constantly, I'm good with that as well too. Go ahead, Josh.
No, I have a completely different goal. Mine is just to make the connections, get my my stuff out there, man. My comic books, my animation, my music, my scripts, and to meet other creators like myself, other artists, musicians, writers, and this has opened up like a whole new avenue. Just being able to sit here in front of a camera and talk about whatever, it's a whole nother thing, man. You know what I mean? I want to get all my creative projects done, but this is also in the same vein, like a creative project. You know what I mean? This is basically like a podcast or whatever. You know what I mean? And I wasn't even going to start a channel, and I will say that about Rob. What Rob said, Rob was like, you know, because I put a whole lot of effort into these things. They're called supercuts. I wound up doing editing. It took like 5 whole days to do one video. I was like, bro, I can't keep this up. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard to maintain it. And Rob told me, he's like, why don't you just get in front of a camera and talk about movies or talk about whatever it is? And that's what I did. I was like, you know what? Screw it. Just do it. And Danny gave me encouragement. You guys have given me encouragement. You're like, Josh, I like your videos. I like your videos where you're saying stupid stuff and, you know, in your car or whatever. And I like your little reviews and stuff like that. But
you should really follow up with that music thing, because that shit was, I was looking forward to them, you know? Every week
man.
coming out with something. And I was like,
jingles.
yeah,
well,
they were sick.
I have a
man.
song. I have a song I did on my channel, and there's some other songs I want to do. So I was even thinking about doing like a second channel. I know that sounds like I'm jumping the gun, but I really was thinking about doing a second channel to like have movie aficionados, have all my movie stuff there.
Is this what happens when you reach 100, Joe?
The second channel, no, I'm just I'm using it,
a monster down here now.
No, I'm using it as motivation to do that. To be like, you know what? Oh, now I have this thing and I have a new goal in mind. I have to step it up. And that's why my last few videos I did not in my car. I know I want to do, you know, kill 2 birds with 1 stone while I'm driving around, do my video, but I did it right here. I edited it. I took a little bit more time, and that's what I'm going to do in the future too. I'm going to do the same thing and step up the level of production. And it's because of you guys. Thank you. It's for you guys, because I can sit there and say, oh, my next goal is 1,000. But if I'm not making content that people want to see, then it doesn't, that you know, there's no point.
Absolutely, 100%. And like I said, you've been putting in the work. You've been doing the content, even though your top 5 movies are trash.
Well, they're excellent. They're excellent films.
Your top 5 movie list is trash.
Excellent
but other than
films.
that, man, I am absolutely proud of you. I'm proud of Gaiskar.
Thank you.
I know I'm going to be proud of fucking Roberto. And it was
Absolutely.
like, I seen Josh sent me, and he was like, oh, I got 8 more. So I was on MSK stream, and I was like, please sub to my friend. You know, he needs 8 subs to get to where he was, and by an hour he had the 8 subs.
Yep.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that. I know I was like, man, Hanzo, you're pulling through. YouTube was fucking with me for a little bit, because at one point I had 88, right, and I went to the bathroom for like 5 seconds. I come back and it was like 81, and I'm like, whoa, what happened? Because you know how it is. YouTube is like, they'll pick off.
They
subs.
pick off subs, and then sometimes they put them back. Sometimes they don't.
Did you leave your camera on when you were going to the bathroom?
No.
I would hope not.
No, I would have gave him.
Maybe that's why you lost the subs.
I might have gave
good
some
point.
subs. No. Oh, G Major, thank you.
Good point.
You know, and it's all about, I'm going to go back and fix things too. Thank you, G Major. I appreciate it. I'm going to go back and fix the thumbnails, the tags. I really got to dig into that stuff too. And I wanted to talk about that and us with our channels, like, you know, just getting to the highest level, all of us, you know.
Absolutely, man. And that's what I'm hoping for all of us, that we can all get up there, get what we want, you know what I mean, from this YouTube stuff. It's fun, but it's also
therapeutic.
It's therapeutic.
100%. And it is good, you know, and it's fine to be like, we're happy where we are at this point, but we also, deep in our hearts, we want to grow as well. You know what I mean? Especially when you see some of these channels where you think you're better than, you know what I mean? And they got like 10,000 subs, and you're like, wow, the fuck did these guys have 10,000 subs and shit? Well, you know, it's a grind, you know. I know there's people that been on YouTube longer than a year and still haven't had 1,000 subs. So I'm appreciative that I was able to do that within a year. I know it's going to take me a lot longer to grow more, and I'm fine with that, but I'm willing to sit here. I'm willing to do the work, and I'm willing to stream with you guys and stream with other people and make connections and see where it goes from there, man. Because right now, like I said, the people that are in our circles, you know, Danny, Rob, Mads, Terrence, MSK's crew, Ashley, K-Dots, Paul, Yellow, all these people are good people, man. Lunga, I was on their stream the other day, man. He's a good dude, man. So I'm happy that I've met some of the people that I've met. So, Josh, what is the future for your channel, sir?
Well, so better content. I guess the closer I get to that 1,000 goal. I was just looking at what it takes to get monetized. Seems like pretty nuts. But I'm just gonna keep pushing forward, and I might make that second channel so this way I can separate, the movie stuff with all the other stuff. I'll put all the other stuff on a second channel, so this way it's focused. And what else? I guess I'll, my scripts. Maybe I'll do like readings of some of the scripts that I wrote. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll do another animated short. I have my one animation up there right now. So I could do more animation. I could do something with the comics, music.
Hold on a second, Josh. Guys, see your eyes looking at the TV. Did they score yet?
No.
I know what your eyes are doing. I can see them, bro.
I hope so, man. I'm rooting for you guys.
I'm paying attention, man. I swear. I'm
rooting for you guys. No, I'm rooting for you.
They're getting close to their net, and I'm like, is it going in?
It's 1-0. It's 1-0.
Yeah. Third period, 7.
I hope.
Seconds left.
No, I don't want to see Tampa Bay win again. They already won. They won the Super Bowl, man. Let you guys get it. Then you guys can have the live stream celebration for.
My God,
yeah, that would be fire.
I don't want to jinx that, but
go ahead. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to
No, it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Interrupt, man.
I'm trying to think what else, man.
No, guys, it's cool. I was just making fun of you, bro.
Yeah, I guess just increasing the quality of everything. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll get another green screen again. Maybe I have my intros, better editing. Better whatever. Like I know I cut some of my ums and ohs and my breaths out of each video, so that's a big thing. It's more watchable, and more videos. I have more videos down the pipeline too.
That too, but just keep it real. You know what I mean? Like when I do my videos, there's ums and and stuff in the video, and I'm just like, you know what? You guys are here to talk my thoughts. So yeah, maybe I may mess up every here now and then, but I'm still gonna let the video go for what it is. But with that being said, just to let you guys know, man, I hit 1,000. To me, I keep saying it. I say it over and over again. It was lucky. So you guys, you just keep putting out content. You never know what's going to hit. That's the thing, right? I did the fucking Coming to America watch party. Woke up the next morning. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, I got 20,000 views the next morning, and I had like 50 new subs. And for a week, that shit just kept going up and up and up. So you never know what's going to happen. As long as you keep putting out the content, putting up hard work, you never know what's going to hit. And then something's going to hit, and next thing you know, you're going to have 1,000 subs, bro.
I had 100, and in a week and a half, I was up to 200 and something.
Absolutely.
You
just by
doing
videos and stuff.
Of I know you guys were making fun of it a little bit, and it is kind of funny. My ASMR reviews, hey, they have some of the most views on my channel, so I might go in that direction. I was just just throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks. Somebody said I should do, Josh, you should do a mukbang video. I'm like, no, I'm not doing a mukbang video. There's no way. I know I do my food reviews, but I'm not doing any mukbang stuff.
I don't even know what the fuck a mukbang video is.
It's when you eat a lot of food, like you have I have a whole giant platter. I went to White Castle and I have like all these, a whole platter.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and you just eat it right there on camera. That gets a lot of views, but
really?
Yeah.
On what, TikTok? On TikTok?
No, on YouTube.
Oh,
mukbang.
really?
Yeah,
the hot dog eating freaking championship. One where I saw a skinny little Asian woman. I don't know how many hot dogs she ate, man. But anyways, that's crazy. It's true. It gets a lot of views.
Well, I guess it is yellow. I didn't even know what the fuck it was, but
no,
I guess it's still popping.
You go to one place.
I don't think it's a Canadian thing, yo.
That's
why.
No,
disrespect, but
I don't know, and I don't know about too many gimmicks. I know the ASMR seemed okay, but I don't want to go too crazy. Like start doing like prank calls and shit. Like, nah, I don't want to go too nuts.
Just keep doing you, man.
Yeah, that's what I gotta do.
You're gonna grow. You know, we're all gonna grow. We'll get Roberto started soon. He's got his
I'm
intro.
looking forward to that, Roberto, man.
It's all reciprocal.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
All I can say is, sorry, go ahead, Josh.
No, it's all reciprocal. I don't know if that's a word, but if Gaiskar's followers might like me, my followers might like Anzo, they might come on the O.O.C, then vice versa with Roberto.
Absolutely.
His followers might like me. So when we all grow, it's like together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, right now I could say honestly, the I think I have 50 subscribers. I don't even know them, but I appreciate it, and I hope I entertain you for the little moment that I am online, and it's inspiring. And trust me, it's on the back of my mind all the time. And the fact that I was once competing with Gaiskar, and he just hit the nitrous and left me in the dust. And next thing you know, I was talking with Josh, and now he's like dunking over me. So I got to get to work and do some shit, man. But
that's not what it's about. We're all.
No, it's inspiring. I'm a very competitive guy, and if I make this competitive, it'll get me more going than leaving it just to inspiration, because I procrastinate the fuck out of that shit. But no, I forgot what I wanted to say. I hope I don't have too many of these weed moments on my show, because it ain't gonna work.
The thing is, Roberto, what Anzo and Danny was telling me, just do shit. Just throw out videos.
Well,
I hear you.
I liked what you did, though, Roberto. I like that one thing you did with sounded like a podcast, but it was feelings
like
thing.
An intro.
Yeah,
that was good, man.
Something like that. Yeah, that was good.
The one that Anzo played a while back.
Yeah,
it sounded like a podcast kind of.
Yeah, it was, because the app that I used was more podcast oriented. But it got me pumped, and your guys' feedback to it got me even more pumped. Yeah. But like I said, procrastination is my hurdle.
When you play hockey, man, if you have people that hey man, record some of me playing hockey and then post some of that shit up there. At least that way you have some videos up there and stuff like that.
I think,
and people, I'm pretty sure there's a few people that would love to see you playing hockey, bro.
You guys should take advantage of the shorts.
No,
the shorts.
Camcorders or nothing like that. No, they would have had to have a reel-to-reel on their shoulder.
But look what you shared today, Roberto, on Facebook. Those pictures of you when you were younger on those hockey teams, right?
Saw my Michael Jackson shit,
dude. That was wicked, man. Those old skates and stuff like that. What Anzo's saying is true. You have a guy now watching you play one of those pickup hockey games, filming you. You could do a whole video from using those pictures till today, right?
Mm-hmm.
People
Absolutely.
watch that. People watch 100%.
That. Honestly, I appreciate everything, because, again, this is very humbling to know that people would be interested in seeing or watching something I got to fucking release, What's up, Anzo?
LDG said, Anzo, I sent you a link to show you what you should make your next video on, something you have experience with, and it's booming. So of course I went to go check the link, and the link is Google Trends, and it says Mandingo.
Oh my god! Oh man,
that's LDG.
YouTube has its.
I have to give a major shout out and respect to that man right there in capitals, LDG.
Love you, LDG.
This man, I don't know, man. I just met him through Anzo. I go in his backstage. I'm talking with people. I can't even, if I don't have my glasses on, I can't even see their names. But they're all greeting me and talking to me as if they know me. Mm-hmm. And that shit is freaking me out, man, because
awesome.
The only one who could really understand where I'm coming from is Anzo.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying I'm a super gangster. I ain't saying I'm tough. I'm the toughest Canadian, but we all walk with our own image of ourselves. And my image was, don't fuck with me. So I had to portray that image, even though that wasn't really me. It's called survival skills, right? So now that I'm here, I'm thankful.
Thankful. And I'm gonna say this, when I think of Roberto back in the day, I don't remember ever really seeing him smile. You know what I mean? Like, I don't remember seeing him smile. It's only when I started working with him. That's when I used to see Roberto. Sorry.
You know what changed it? You know what changed it, Anzo?
Money.
When I ran away from Montreal and went to visit your hometown, Halifax, Nova Scotia. And I went to this bar, and this guy says, "Do you want to be a bouncer?" And I'm looking, there's some big-ass Scotians down there. And I'm asking myself, why is he hiring me? Oh, because I'm from Montreal. So I'm working there. I don't really know anybody, and I'm mean mugging everybody, like, Montreal style. And this girl walks up to me, and she goes, "Do you ever smile?"
I used to get that too, bro.
And I usually have a comeback for everything to like, why are you coming in my yard? Did I invite you? I didn't come over to you. Why are you coming to me? I couldn't say anything, so I just smiled. And I just, it just momentum. I tell you, if you open yourself up, you realize that not everybody has an agenda.
Facts.
There are some people who are honest and are trying to help you. And as I tell my daughters, when people tell you stuff, if they have nothing to gain from the stuff they're telling you, you have nothing to lose to listen to them.
Facts.
And with that, I don't want to hog up the whole show, gentlemen.
No, it's all good, man.
That's it.
You're doing good, man.
You gotta talk what you gotta talk.
It's all good, man.
Chess, yo.
I do want to say one thing and push this in there about the YouTube stuff for you guys. I'd recommend, and I'm taking full advantage of it, those YouTube shorts, the 15-second ones. I don't know what they do as far as the algorithm goes, but it's 15 seconds. Take your camera out, bing, bang, boom, say something, anything, and then load it up there. What do you guys think about that?
Well, for some reason, I don't have that short video option on my phone. I don't know if Roberto and Gaiskar have it, but I can't do shorts. So you know how you...
Isn't it an app?
No, YouTube. Now, Danny and those guys, they have a little... You can go to your YouTube studio, right, on your phone, and then you click go live, and it says upload, create a video, and then short. I don't have the shorts. I can't do the shorts.
There's a plus symbol in the middle, and it just says, upload, create a short, or go live.
Right, create the short. I don't have that. Okay. So I don't know if anybody else does.
Yeah, I do. I have it.
You have to create the short?
Yeah.
That's weird.
On the YouTube app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the YouTube Studios. Maybe that will. I know they have an app.
I think it's the YouTube app, but I remember seeing it.
So hold on.
Yeah, man. But
please stand by as we investigate this.
But,
go where?
But like I said, you go to YouTube. Your YouTube.
Yeah, I'm on.
All right, and then go to your channel.
Okay. Videos.
The plus sign. Yeah,
right
go
on the bottom.
I have it. Upload a video, create a short, go live.
How the fuck do you guys have create a short?
Are you the only one rocking an iPhone?
No, mine's on.
No,
iPhone.
I have an iPhone.
Oh, okay.
It says upload a video.
Oh my god!
Create a post.
Hold on. They pulled the goalie. 50 seconds left.
Come on, guys. I don't need to hear that shit. Man. I'm not watching it.
They're in the third.
They're
in the third. Oh my god! Hey, dude, I saw my Bruins lose. Literally, like they were down by one, and it was within. They were up by one.
What's up, kid? My son is in the chat. He says, "Screen record the video first, then post it." Okay.
DG Chubbs. Nice.
Yeah. Give me a link. I can explain how. Go Tampa Bay.
Fuck you, LDG.
LDG, man, love you, brother. I don't think you watched. Did you watch? Hockey?
Oh snap! I'm at 61.
There you go.
There you go.
So now,
ladies and gentlemen, it's over.
Is it?
Yeah, and my TV just went.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I told my wife it's over.
It's all good.
They scored that first. The first goal has been the whole series. So
yeah, I know.
When they scored that goal, did you see Montreal's bench when Tampa scored that goal?
Yeah,
they knew the game was over.
They pulled it's like someone took the air out of their tires, man.
That's fucking Vasilevsky's 5th shutout after a loss. Wow.
That's crazy.
I know this means nothing to you guys, but for me, like, well, I did see my Patriots win 6 Super Bowls, but the ones that they lost, I still bring those up. Like, hey, we were AFC champions here this time. And everybody, they always turn me down. It's like, yeah, but you lost. Nobody cares. But I say, no, it means something to me to get there and win that conference championship. So
it does, but nobody remembers second place.
For us, it's an accomplishment because, man, it's been a long time coming since they've made it. Considering that they have the most championships in sports almost.
Wagwan, guys.
The Yankees
Wagwan.
Wagwan. I don't know where my son gets off thinking he's fucking Jamaican, but okay.
He's from uptown, yo. Yeah. Wagwan.
You know what I mean? I don't know where he gets off with this shit, but okay, whatever. So now we're going to get into some topics. We got our first one out the way. Once again, congratulations to Josh. And I will be here for when you have 200, 300, 400. When you reach 1,000, we will be here to celebrate that shit.
Gaiskar. Some of Gaiskar's nitrous.
Myself.
Yes, sir. What did you have to get off of your chest, my brother?
You know how we were all locked up in this COVID thing, right? Not really going out around people, or wasn't really a lot around people around, at least up here.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm so sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
So my daughter had lost her bank card, so we went to the bank right here next to Angria Mall. So I drive into the mall. This is how the whole thing started. We drive into the mall, and you know when you have 2 parking spots, right? You can either park on this side or on this side, or on this side or this side. Anyway, so I get there. A lady with an SUV comes up. We're both coming from both directions. I'm going to go into this side. I think she's going to... So I slow down, of course, right? Because I don't know if she's driving through or she's going to actually stop. The woman could have parked her car in the first spot, but no, she takes the other one. Completely... And I'm right there looking at her going like... So I think she's going to back up. No. Bitch got out of her car. I zoomed to the other parking spot. I looked at my daughter. I'm like, run to the line of the bank. I don't want this woman taking that spot. My daughter ran right out and took her spot, right? She comes behind me, and I'm like looking at her. Nope, pretends completely I'm not even there. While I'm in line, because there's a huge lineup, because only a certain amount of people could be in that line, 2 guys start talking. And now I know why I don't like going out, because I don't like hearing dumb-ass people talk. So one guy, I think he was Trini, he was talking about how in his country, you know, a lot of companies here, if you're not fully vaccinated, they're letting people go. They're making it that it's mandatory for you to work, that you have to have the vaccine, right? Mm-hmm. Say what it is, politics, yes, I agree. But then the other guy, big Italian guy, but you know, big, you know, my family, and talking like so, right? He goes, you know, I don't believe in all that. It's all crazy. I'm not going to get the vaccine. That's fine. I have no problem with choice of vaccine or nothing. That's your body. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do with it, right? I'm cool with that. But when he started saying, you know, the people that are getting vaccinated, they're putting magnets and, you know, it sticks on your arm, man. And that's just fucked up. They're putting information in your body. And he kept going with this. You know, there's data being put in there because that's what they're injecting us with. You're gonna see them. We're going to go to the airport and we're going to be tripping the metal detectors when we go through the freaking customs. And I'm like, I look at my daughter and I'm like,
it's so stupid.
This is the reason why birth control, well, I didn't say that, but that's what I thought. But I'm like, this is the reason why I enjoy staying home and not having to deal with hearing dumb-ass people talk. And this man was passionate. He was like, oh, yeah, you know, I heard my niece there, they put the magnet stayed there, and this shit's like that and shit. And like, full blown, man.
That's so dumb. No, and it makes me look bad because like people like, oh, you don't want to get the vaccine? What do you think, that you're going to turn into Mega Man? No, you know, I just don't want to get it because.
And he was like, you know, they came up with this way too fast. No, man, this is like all it's Chinese made, and they start blaming the Chinese for everything. Chinese made this vaccine.
Oh yeah.
This is all this. It's all a conspiracy. You're gonna see. No, I'm gonna be one of the last people to get that vaccine if I have to take it because of matter. And he was ranting, and I'm like. in line going like this, and I'm like, I have to pick up my order at a Walmart because I do everything by phone now. So I just drive my car and I have the groceries ready for me. I don't even have to go inside.
Smart.
So I'm like, I look at my time and I go to my daughter. I'm like, I think we're gonna just forget about the bank today. We're gonna come back another day because I can't listen to another second of this dumb. Because I was at the point of going, are you that fucking retarded? Because I'm sorry, maybe I can't say that word, but this guy definitely should see someone because he was not well. Conspiracy, and it's just
hold on.
The passion. The passion.
What did he
with
say?
what he was
He can't
talking.
say that word.
Fuck it, retarded.
Because hold
All right,
on,
guys,
you know,
it's
like,
been nice knowing you, man. It's been great streaming with
let
you.
The
me
views
start
of
by
my
saying,
panelists do not
hello,
We're all
Mads.
canceled now.
Welcome,
reflect the
Mads.
views of myself. But anyways, it's I don't know, man. This whole thing, I think, has people on the fence. I believe in choice. When people say they're not getting it, I respect that choice. But to believe that magnets can stick, my brother-in-law did that to me and my daughter when we came home. He stopped by and he's like, "Yo, I saw this," and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He took one of my fridge magnets and came to my arm and he started putting. I'm like, "Can't you fucking stop doing that, man? It's bullshit." No, I saw it on the internet. Exactly. Not everything is real. It's bullshit, man.
Tell him it only works on Moderna shots.
Oh my god.
Well, I will
You
say
know?
that there is nanotech, but do you think they're going to waste $1 billion worth of nanotech just to try to control you, put it into
Exactly.
your body or some shit? And why can't we meet in the middle, man? Why does it have to be one end of the spectrum or the other end? There's Gaiskar's end, right?
That's
He got
the
the
society
vaccine.
we're in.
We're in the middle, being Gaiskar. He got the vaccine. I didn't get the vaccine. I don't want it. He doesn't. He wants it, but he's not pushing it on everybody.
Nope,
and I'm
not
not
at all.
sitting there and I'm not saying, "Oh, you guys are crazy." The government's going to come and turn you into Mega Man or some stupid shit like that.
Facts.
Because can't you just have like a middle ground where you critically
It doesn't
think?
exist anymore, Josh.
Like,
It doesn't exist
seriously,
anymore
man.
because people will call you a bully and then become the bully telling you you're a bully.
Mhm.
That's the society we live in. Like, if they're tired of being. When I say they, I'm referring to whoever is lashing out. They are tired of having to justify their cause.
Mhm.
So now that we understand the cause, they now turn on the anti-cause. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
It's just a revolving circle. There's no peace. That's why I keep saying bring back the 80s, man.
Well, it's just like with Usher's dress. Like Usher's dress, I don't like it. You like it? Okay, cool. I don't
That's
like it. Is
it.
that cool? All right, cool. That's it. We're
It's
done.
over.
We're done talking about it. Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's not funny. It's scary. It's not scary. I like it. I don't. That's it. It's over.
and this fucking bullshit about, oh no, we're gonna get microchipped and blah 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 blah. Listen, guys, they've been saying that since the H1N1 vaccination. So if they haven't done it then, well, yeah, but from when I thought it, at least for me, when it become like prominent or just constantly, for me it was the H1 vaccine, right? And that's when it's like, yeah, it's the microchip. They're gonna put the microchip in you and blah 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 blah. How long ago was
Stupid
that?
will always exist, Onzo. Stupid will always
over 10
exist.
years.
Well, barcodes, Y2K, it's been like way before all this stuff.
Yeah.
Barcodes. Oh no, they're gonna put it on us. That's gonna be they're gonna be able to scan us wherever we go. Retinal,
QR code in my ass.
QR codes.
But
Yeah,
the only
QR
thing
codes.
about this that we can say is that it's going to be us and them, because when they implement these new rules where you can't go to any sporting event, you can't fly, you can't travel, you can't do anything unless you could show a vaccination card or something along those lines, it's going to be whoever's not vaccinated against people who are,
Yeah.
So if I don't get completely vaccinated, people will stay away from me. I'm not seeing a downside here.
I don't understand.
I hear you.
I'm okay.
As it is,
I'm
I've got
okay.
little old ladies crawling up my ass in the grocery store, ignoring the dots.
Start coughing. Start coughing.
Here they removed the dots. They removed
Either
the
that,
lines.
start farting.
Have you guys
Stop
noticed it's
acting.
like Montreal's back to normal almost?
No.
Like I'm walking in
well,
the grocery store. There's no more
Well, that's the thing. On
standing
Monday,
in
they're,
lines.
on Monday they're getting rid of the 2 meters.
They've already done it by me.
Well, I mean, they're not following it, but officially on
But
Monday,
they got rid of the lines, Lonzo. You know those things. Even though
Yeah.
they weren't respecting those lines, because I had to tell people, what, is that fucking black line over there not thick enough? Back the fuck up, man. You know? And that's the person who has his mask like this.
How many feet is 2 meters? How many feet is
It's
it?
where the other line is.
Oh, 6. Okay,
That's all I say. They took the time to measure those shit. Honor it, man. You know?
I'm so sorry for my people up north, man. I don't know what you guys are going through, talking about. I'm having a blast down here, baby. We're going to the mall. We're going to the movies, going to the strip club.
But is the
Sorry,
variant
I'm so
taking
sorry.
off over there again? Is the variant taking off in the States again? Is that what's happening?
I hear different things. I think my mother said something. I talked to her. It was my mom's birthday. God bless her. We were talking about that. She was like, "Oh, I hear there's a variant. I'm a little worried. I'm gonna go stay inside." I'm like, it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, anybody who's getting too happy before they're really ready to get happy, they're closing shop again. Because Australia, I believe, is getting fucked up again.
Yeah.
With that India virus.
Yeah, Paul said that already. Paul
Excuse
was
me.
like,
yeah,
they're locked down over there pretty much, and they're scared of the new variant that's coming out. But I'm like this: as long as it stays over there, you know what I mean? Just make sure that nobody from fucking over there can come and cross our borders. That's all I'm saying. If you want to protect us, close the fucking borders from Australia or whatever fuck that variant is. Make sure nobody comes in from there.
Do exactly what New Zealand did. That's what they did.
Yes.
Tell me, you're an alien now with binoculars looking down at the fucking Bell Center. And you say, look, they let 3,500 people in the building, but yet they let 10,000 outside.
Yeah.
What's the reason for this? You know? It makes no sense, man. And nobody's wearing masks outside. And everybody inside is wearing masks. And they're more than 2 meters apart.
Oh, you guys still have masks? You have to wear masks?
Inside of dwellings, yes.
Yeah.
And I bet
the masks are going to stick around.
Too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand that.
I go in the supermarket, there's like one person with a mask. Everybody looks at him funny. I did go in this other market the other day. I went to this other market the other day, and I was the lone wolf with no mask. Everybody else had a mask, and I was like, oh, no. And there was no music playing in the supermarket. I'm like, I got to get the hell out of here, man. What the hell is this place? It's super silent. I'm not wearing a mask. Everybody else is, and everybody's looking at me like I have 5 heads. And now I'm down in Jersey.
The only black guy you might have been in a horror movie.
I definitely was. No. That was it. There was another brother who, and he also didn't have a mask. And I looked at him, and I think we both had a get out moment.
Like, I got your back.
And I was like, do I need a mask, man? He's like, nah, you don't need that shit. So it was all good.
You know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to say I believe the masks are going to stick around for a while, and I think now there's going to be more people conscious that when they're sick or whatever, they're going to start wearing a mask more. You're going to see it more now when people are ill, like they do in Asia. What they've been doing for many years is when they have a cold, they put on a mask to prevent spreading it. I think people are going to start adopting that because of what's going on. More, not everybody, but you're going to see it a lot more. For myself, I don't care about the mask, and I have to wear a mask inside, even if I do get my second vaccine, which I'm supposed to get it after to book the appointment. Because before it was 16 weeks, now they brought it down to 8 weeks now. So they sent me an email to book my appointment for my second one. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna still wear the mask because the vaccine doesn't mean you're not gonna get it. It's just your body has a better chance of fighting it.
And Gaiskar, I respect your opinion to wear the mask, man.
It's just a choice, man. And like I said, people that don't want to get the vaccine, fine. I have my sister-in-law who doesn't want to get it, and it's choice. I don't bash anybody that is just people that are ignorant and believe all the bullshit that they're reading about data being and you magnets being stuck to your arm, metal detectors to go off, and hearing people like that, it's like, my God, man. TikTok's not real.
You get overwhelmed with information that you can't even apply common sense to it. That's the problem.
And this is what I have to say to those people.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
That's right.
And like I said, they're making me look bad. For me, basically, it's just like one, I'm lazy. I don't want to go drive to go get it and then go get a second shot and go get a third shot, et cetera, et cetera. Two, it could happen, it could take away years on the back end of your life as opposed to, what's going on currently. We don't know. I mean, I remember my mother took something, some kind of vaccine not that long ago. It was a steroid-based vaccine, and she wound up having issues like with vertigo, issues with her eyes. It was caused by whatever she took when she was a kid, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'd rather just see what happens with other people.
Well, it's just like the H1N1 vaccine, right? That's like the H1N1 vaccine. I didn't take it because it was an egg-based vaccine, which my daughter couldn't take because she's severely allergic to eggs, right? So she couldn't take that vaccine. So I said, fuck it. She can't take it. I'm going to take it. But this is an RNA vaccine. It's different. It's not the same thing.
And the thing is, people are like, oh, we're gonna get the virus. They're gonna the vaccine. They're gonna put the chip in us, and they're gonna be able to track us. They fucking track you with your goddamn phone already, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I
Pretty
mean?
much.
Yeah, we had that discussion, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with them tracking me.
You got a credit card? They track you with your credit card.
Absolutely,
like, come on, bro. They're tracking you already. So what the fuck would be the difference?
That's true.
Yeah, we talked about that.
You want to see how well the phones are tracking us? Mention something completely random that you wouldn't look up and see how many suggestions come up on
100
Facebook.
100%.
Sexy lingerie,
right? That Apple commercial with the new Apple phone, that anti-privacy shit. You never saw that commercial?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
It's probably the best commercial I've seen in a long time. There was some creativeness done in it, but he does like some research, and after he gets his answer, they're all still following him. And next thing you know, he's in a room and there's like 30 people with him. But Apple has this new option to block them, and they all start disappearing, It's a good ad.
See, this is why we need an open source, software like Project Prometheus.
Prometheus, right?
To protect them.
I want to say this, though, because Yella said, I certainly hope we learn to wash our fucking hands and wear masks. Listen, man, we still have to wear masks to go into stores, to take the bus, go on the metro. And if that's what we have to do, I don't like wearing my mask, but fuck, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm not going to be one. And I see people are starting to do it now. Like, you're walking into stores or they're getting on the bus and they're sitting there with no mask on. And I'm just like, okay, we don't have the not wearing our mask lifted yet. We still have to wear our mask. So if that's what it takes, then just wear the fucking mask. It's not such a big of a deal. It's uncomfortable, but at the end of the day, you may be protecting yourself and other people. So
why are we so different, though? Why do you think they were so different? Like, what's going on with you guys and what's going on with me? Where it's like, it's interesting.
I'll tell you why.
Because it's like I hear you guys talking. I'm like, oh no, are they like? I feel like it's a time warp. Like you guys are.
Well, we were laughing at you 3 months ago. We were laughing at you.
Man. I know.
It's all about government. It's all about government.
Yeah, man.
How they're handling shit.
As much as a lot of American panelists that I've saw making fun of Canadians as they're socialist and as they're communism, because the people go, okay, government, we might not agree with you, but we'll follow your instructions to the T. And that's what it is, because I think it's a mentality of how strong beliefs you are for your rights, your own personal rights. I feel that sometimes blinds the American people of the reality of the facts. I'm being completely honest. Sometimes you say, well, I have the right to bear arms. I want to fine, bear arms. I have the right to say no. It's my against. Okay, but having friends that were working on the front lines in the hospitals and seeing what and them sharing to me what they saw, that was a real fucking reality. So if me wearing a mask can save not only myself, but other ignorant people that are not wearing it, you know what? I was doing them a favor. That's how it comes down to. Because that is the reality. And yes, numbers were twisted. Yes, absolutely 100%. They were twisted here. They were twisted in the Americans, because when people were dying in the hospital, they were just checking it off as a COVID death because during the pandemic. That is true. But it doesn't excuse that it was fake or it wasn't true what was going on. And unfortunately, who were the ones getting, dying were the elderly, people with bad health, people that were coming from a system of neglect of not being able to have health care because it cost them a fortune, or they didn't have a job. So the governmental establishments in the States, there weren't enough facilities for them to get checked. Those are realities. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, what helped us is our freaking healthcare. It's not free. It's in our taxes. But you know what? We want to get an x-ray. I can go to the freaking clinic and get an x-ray tomorrow if I needed to, without worrying 1 minute about costing me anything.
What you have to pay out of pocket.
Exactly.
You know what I
mean?
So
it's
you
guys gotta grab your Canadian flags, man. Please, let's all celebrate our pride, man.
And we don't have any.
Yeah, I got mine right next to my table, baby. Yeah, baby.
I have one. I have one.
Go get it. Go get it.
Show your pride.
I want to hear. Best I can do is I can put on my Leaf jersey, and that'll get me booed off here.
Hold on a second.
Yellow is in the house. What up, Yellow?
What, man?
Yo, salute, family. I appreciate y'all and everything y'all do here on the show. Let me tell you why America be on the bullshit, though, man. Let me not even mince words or waste no time. This shit started a long fucking time ago when they wanted to pretend that this shit was the Wild Wild West. Let me understand. Let me help cats understand this. And anybody listening here, I know America's a great place, and the promise of the U.S. Constitution, absolutely beautiful words that meant nothing when they wrote it, but it's starting to mean more now, right? Cool, whatever it is. Here's the issue, fam. America was founded by a bunch of Puritan criminals. They were Puritan criminals, fam. So it's like, what did you? They was like, we don't like the way you're doing things, so we're gonna go over here and do it a different way. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, and they start, and then from that point forward, this country was built and steeped in this culture of rebellion. That's why anytime there's an issue between facts or fiction, you will see more often than not, whatever is more salacious, whatever is more entertaining, is gonna be what gets promoted, is gonna be what gets supported. That happens over and over and over again, because we don't like people telling us anything, let alone right or wrong or what to do. We don't like people telling us anything at all, because it's this culture of rebellion. That's why you see so much westerns, like so many western movies was real big when movies blew up, because the Wild Wild West is this like this way to live this fantastical, imaginary, like rebellious fantasy that everybody wanted to be John Wayne when none of them really were tough in any kind of way, including Marshall or whatever the fuck his name really was. Like, it makes me so angry, so incredibly angry to see how stupid people can be, right? Because we all know people are dumb, and if you don't, I'm sorry to have to be the one to break it to you. People are dumb, but like it makes me so angry to see how stupid people can be and how people can have facts laid in front of them, verifiable, demonstrable data, and just ignore it because of how they feel, or whatever bedtime stories they were told growing up. Like, it's. And then you layer on top of that the rampant corruption that has plagued our political, not just ours, we're not special, but this is the one that I live under, our political system. Like, I don't care about all the corruption that's happening in China. That's not my problem. It's terrible that it's happening to people, right? But like, what are we talking about here? Really? So, sorry. What was the question?
I was just saying the different mentalities, but what you said,
it's facts off your chest, right?
Facts.
Absolutely,
bro.
You had to get that shit off your chest, and we respect that, man. That shit was
every day. Because like I'm a weird dude, right? I don't care about a lot of the little shit, and I call it little, but it's important to people on an individual basis. I don't care about a lot of the shit that like people seem to care about or people hold as important on a day-to-day basis, their daily lives. Like a lot of that shit, that normal shit that people hold in high regard. I can't think of anything specific right now, but like, it's just, I don't care about any of that shit. But those big picture issues, that important shit that affects entire communities of people and shit, like entire like all of that shit, the big picture shit, it infuriates me, fam. I am triggered. That's why, you know what I mean? Like, it's nuts, bro. So that's why I can get on a stream and like with like Nerd Man talking nonsense and not really be personally affected by any of this shit that have, or like any of these motherfuckers who get on here and just talk like ridiculous shit, right? I don't care that much. I don't care about any of this stuff that much. You know what I'm saying? But like shit like why the fuck is the wealthiest nation in the history of the world really not providing healthcare to all of their citizens? How do you reconcile that? How do you, and then on top of not providing healthcare to all this, because that's like the one little thing that we could do, right? We could easily do it. It wouldn't be that big. There'd be a transition period and a lot of people would be unhappy, but it's not this fucking Stalin-esque communist dystopia that the fucking country is going to devolve into.
Seem like it is, right?
They're out of their fucking minds, bro. How do you like, but it's like, not only do we not provide healthcare to everybody, we pay so much more in healthcare costs, so much more than the next like 15 countries, fam. And not just like alphabetical order, the next developed countries, the other wealthy motherfuckers. Like, so it just doesn't, it just, it's so
coming to Canada to get their prescriptions. It was crazy.
Very wealthy, very wealthy people.
But you can get your guns for cheap.
Right back to that culture of rebellion. I support that. Yeah, no, trust me, I love guns too, but we're fucking nuts. We are stupid about that shit. It doesn't make no goddamn sense at all, fam.
100%.
Josh,
what do you?
No, I was gonna say, Yellow.
I
like you, man. I like you a lot, Yellow. I don't always agree with you, and that's okay, man. What do I think?
I wanted to see what you thought.
I don't know what that means. Was there something hidden in that sentence? I'm not sure what it was that you were. I'm not good with like hints and shit. I don't know how to
be straight, Josh.
All right, cool, good, because I can't tell, so I have to ask.
You're talking bullshit. I'm going to tell you the righteous right now. All right, Josh. We're getting subliminal gangster on him.
This is the kind of guy that they should be showing when it comes to the American education system, not the people you usually see on game shows.
Yeah.
I think you just said another trigger word.
And that's the thing, like, it's never personal for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's never, but for everybody else in the world, it seems that it's always personal. Like, somebody went on a tirade because some people, just last night I was on a stream, somebody went on a tirade, bro, because some people, like, can you see how frustrating it is? Because some people disagreed with their opinion about a movie, and not even like disagree, you're dumb for having that opinion. That's not what happened. It was, this movie's bad because of this. How could you say this movie's bad when I just told you how it hasn't influenced my entire life? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? What kind of super emotional bullshit are you talking about? So that's what I mean by, like, it's never personal for me, but it's always personal for everybody else somehow. And I'm the terrible type of person to be around people like that. Go, as you were saying. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, man. Get shit off.
No, you don't seem like a guy who gets offended by anything. No, as far as the movie shit, it's like, it feels like, it's a personal attack on my intelligence. I'm invested in, whatever. Weird. American Psycho, man. If you don't like it, then that means you think I'm an asshole or stupid. Just like within the Heights, like Anzo. Like, I didn't take anything serious. Like, I don't like your top 5. It's like, okay, no, you don't like it. That's not your type of movie.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't sit there.
And I'm joking about you, right? You're like, I may not like it. I didn't even see the movie.
Well, I'm sure you're not going to like it. Well, you already said you don't want to see it. But that has nothing.
Still, you know what I mean? It's like, who cares?
But this is a little more serious though. We're talking about like COVID and
and that's what I'm saying. Like I said before,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's actually life and death, man.
And like I said before, like if they tell you gotta wear your mask, then wear the fucking mask. It's not gonna kill you to wear a mask, man.
And I love my
like, I can't breathe. It's so hard to know. It's uncomfortable. It's not that you can't breathe. In the same way that you can't breathe when it's humid, it's the same thing. You're like, have a breath mint, you'll feel a lot better. Like, you'll be okay, fam. I can show you studies that show that this mask in no way impairs your ability to to retain oxygen. Like, there's and exhale carbon dioxide. It has no effect on any of that shit, right? That shit is fucking stupid.
Maybe at the gym a little bit. Maybe
those people with stink breath still out there.
No, No,
smell
that's
their own breath.
no.
And
That's
because
no facts. No facts.
Because
Facts. Facts.
you know,
Yeah, I can't
that
breathe
guy
like
don't
this.
know his
Yeah,
breath
brush your
stinks.
teeth.
Now he's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
is that me?
Floss.
Some eucalyptus.
Floss.
You know?
Put some
that's
big
true.
sleeper rub, or like
That's,
us Spanish
that's,
people like
that
to
is
call
true.
it
That's a good
pipapuru.
point. That's a
Yo,
good point, Roberto.
those struggling comedians can get some sick material on our show, you know?
Yeah, for real.
Put a little bit of vipapuru, and you're
fuck.
good.
No way they would get canceled for half the stuff that's said on this show.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, for real. Go ahead, Josh.
My God.
You're right though, Yellow.
I'll be right back.
And to the point,
Be
I love
careful,
this
yo.
country.
Be careful.
No, it's all good,
So
man.
don't say that I'm right too many
It's all
times because I
good.
know it. But then if you like
It's all
confirm it,
good.
then I'm off the rails with it. You can't tell
I'd
me
say,
shit.
how about 70%? 70%. That's
I'm right like 97% of the time, bro. You gotta relax. You've got to relax, bro.
no, I love this. I love this country. My grandfather, fought for it World War II. My family, uncles, everything, all that stuff. Love it. Sometimes you got to critically think, though. I love my 2A, love my First Amendment, love my Second Amendment.
Always, you
But sometimes
always have to critically think.
you have to
always,
critically
that should
think.
be the only thing that you ever do. All right, but like maybe
Yeah.
I'm extreme in that thought.
Now, as far as like the mask, though, it's like, hey, man, when I had to do it, I had to do it. I wore it, didn't really bitch and complain about it, and now I don't have to wear it, though. That's the whole.
Well,
issue.
that's the thing. That's another problem that I
I'm
have
in
with the
New
way
Jersey.
how America treats. That's the problem I have with the way how America treats their citizens, though. They treat us like fucking children. Like, why did Feige get out there in front of the world? It's like, hey, guys, guess what? If you get your vaccine, you won't have to wear your mask anymore. Like, what kind of fucking incentivized carrot of the stick bullshit are we like? Why? And then you're surprised that your goddamn civilians don't understand anything about how the world works. Like, every other country in the world hates us, and then you're surprised by it after you treat them like fucking children. Like, what is this shit that they are doing? Like, it's just so dumb. It's so incredibly stupid to me. Now, when I was talking about the mask, I was specifically talking about what Gaiskar was talking about when he was saying people will come out of this wearing their masks when they're sick, because that's the point of it. It's not about not getting what's out there. That's not how the mask works. It's about keeping the shit that's in you inside.
Yes.
Like that's how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's about you not spreading way more than it's about contracting. It's not. It doesn't even really work that way. But most people are mad dumb, right? So they don't understand that. So they think that if they're the one wearing their mask and they're in a room full of people who's not, they're safer than the other people. And it's like, no. I mean, you're taking better care of them than they are taking of you. But like, that's just not the way that it works. And I think there are people who absolutely will adopt what, like he said, what the agents have been doing for decades almost, where they wear their mask if they're not feeling good to protect everyone else. And I certainly hope that we'll do that. And I certainly hope that we'll learn how to fucking wash our hands. For some reason, apparently nobody was ever washing their fucking hands. Like, what? This is disgusting, bro. And I knew it because I remember the fucking episode of Mythbusters where they was like, there's shit on everything. I remember,
Well,
but
I usually
still.
give a pound. I give a lot of pounds out. I don't really be people reach for.
Oh, you
I
got
always
that
give
right.
pounds because
Yeah,
like,
pounds for everybody.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
I don't know how long.
I'm gonna share a story. I was at a conference in Nashville, right? And I went to the washroom, and it was like the first. It's when we all get there. There's like a cocktail. Everybody gets there, and they start. You meet everybody. A meet and greet, basically. So I go to the washroom. I wash my hands. Guy next to the stall to me, right? He's
What up,
peeing.
Danny?
He walks right by. Peed in the stall. Walked right by. Didn't wash his hands. So I go to the little mini bar they had. I get myself a drink. I see a guy that I already know. We start talking, and he goes, "Oh, I want you to introduce you to so and so." And I turn around, and it's that guy. He sticks out his hand.
Oh
what
my
I did?
god!
I just went,
Yeah, my man.
"Yeah, how are you, man?" I didn't shake his hand. He just looked at me funny.
I had the same story, and it was Roberto's nephew, right? We went
Yikes.
somewhere, right? I think we went to a movie or something, went to the bathroom, seen someone he knew, right? So we all finished, washed our hands, whatever. But the guy didn't, and the guy was like, "Hey, what's his name? PJ? Hey, PJ, what's up?" Went to shake his hand, and PJ was like, "No," like literally looked at him and was like, yeah, Lava was like, and pointed to his hands, right? And it's like, that shit is hilarious.
But like, dog, you didn't see me in the bathroom? Come on, man.
Yo.
Before I was washing my hands, I watched you walk out there, yo. I didn't even touch the handle you touched.
Before we move on, I want to hear what Mads has to say about this, and then we'll get to my topic, and then Roberto's, because mine kind of correlates to Roberto's. So, what do you think, Mads?
Honestly, the whole hand washing thing, I'm not sure you're really going to want my opinion, because you got to remember, I worked for roughly around 10 years in the cooking industry. Mm-hmm. The amount of people who don't wash their hands doesn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm. That are cooking the food, right?
I guess it's
in general, but yes, cooking the food too.
Yeah, man.
I worked at a stadium of, you have several of their basketball jerseys. the amount of chefs that were working there that didn't wash their hands was disgusting.
Yeah.
It is disgusting. I didn't hear that, man. I'm just gonna ignore that.
I have said if you have not seen the movie, watch Waiting. It is a documentary.
It's a
don't piss off the people your food. Yeah. They're already such.
I like Still Waiting too. I'm one of those weirdos. I like Still Waiting as well.
Yeah, man. That's why you have to be careful where you eat. You have to be careful what, and it's hard as us. I like to eat out, you know what I mean? And I don't want to be thinking that every time I go eat somewhere, person that's cooking my food did not wash their fucking hands or some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? But sometimes, man, people are nasty, bro. People can be fucking nasty. I remember at one point there was a video of people in restaurants.
Canada.
Yo, it was actually Canadian that owns
you ran down the corner and bought that shit, yo.
Like I said, closest I got is a maple leaf, and that'll get me booted off.
Yo, they had videos. They had videos of a woman, and I can't remember. It was a hot dog. She literally stuck the hot dog up her vagina, put it in some fucking bread, and fed it to people, like served it. I was like, what the fuck, man?
And you know what's the craziest part?
Go ahead.
Most of those people are fine. That's
I know, right?
shit. You know how much shit you eat that you would never have eaten if you would have just seen it? Like this, most of those people are fine. That's the wild shit.
Think about our topic last week. It's about Subway, man. I still kept my word. Haven't gone back.
Fam, I loved Subway tuna. What was it? Did they ever tell us what it actually was?
Was it you who shared the shit? Who told us about Subway?
But I think if you put a magnet in your ass, you would actually extract
it. But that yoga mat shit, man. Yoga mat stuff in the bread.
Oh, the bread, bro? Yeah.
Why, Danny? If it was one of those, you wouldn't have had an issue, right? If one of those ones did it with the hot dog, you wouldn't have had an issue. Right?
There were guys buying bath water. Nothing. Yeah, a hot dog doesn't faze me.
Oh yeah.
No, guys buying fucking women's dirty panties, bro.
Oh, yeah, there was guys buying used bath water. Come on.
Pokemon sells her bath.
I heard two co-workers talking about something like that once. About a friend or something. Yeah, she sold her panties, and I'm walking by going, what?
A lot of the girls at the club, they do that. I know there's one guy that comes in the club. He buys them. He'll buy them $100 a pop or whatever. Oh, did you wear them yet? Did you wear it? No, not yet. I just fucking bought them. I just took the tag off. All right, well, come on, man. Put them on.
Danny said he will take 2 of those hot dogs.
Oh,
wow. With mustard,
and he won't eat goat.
Sauerkraut. And some Coney Island chili.
Guy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I don't know about eating a hot dog. I will certainly beat a hot dog. I'll tell you that, man.
Right.
So my topic for today was, and I'm going to try and pronounce her name. You guys know I ain't good at pronouncing fucking people's names.
Sha'carri.
There we go. Sha'carri Richardson. She's part of mine because she got disqualified from the Olympics for smoking weed. Now, the reason why I want to do this topic is because, of course, me and Roberto, we bunt, right? I consider myself a weed connoisseur, weed herbalist, whatever you want to call it. That is me.
I voted for the Green Party because I thought they were weed oriented.
That's funny.
Absolutely.
Actually, a lot of Canadians did.
You know?
So my thing is, And I hate the stigma that there is with this fucking plant, man. You know,
All the
people
time.
still think that, you know, oh, weed is bad, weed is this, and weed is that.
It's
And I'm going to
fucking
tell
propaganda.
You know,
100%,
scare
bro.
tactics.
Weed has fucking medical properties that people can really use to help them. If you guys ever know about the strain of weed called Charlotte Reb, that strain was created for a little girl named Charlotte that was having seizures constantly, convulsion seizures, whatever it was. But she was having like 50
seizures a day.
a day, right? And the medical, they did everything they could. Nothing was helping. I can't remember how they got onto the cannabis, but someone said maybe you should try it with her. And they did not want to do it. But the minute they gave her the oil, they seen a dramatic decrease in that fucking the seizures that she was having. It went from like 150 to like 10 a day, to the point where she's barely having them, right? And this is the thing, you know, you want to fucking get rid of somebody from the Olympics because they bun weed. Are you fucking kidding me? It's not enhancing your speed. You know, actually, weed fucking makes you slower, to be honest.
Without a
with
doubt.
you.
She might get
You know what I
distracted
mean?
while she's running. You know,
You know what I mean? Like,
might
I
lose
sat
her
there.
thought.
Yo, no
Damn,
word
this
of
is
a lie.
crazy, yo. That's nice. Damn.
Look at
Is-
those white lines there.
Is
Wow.
she
Damn.
passing me?
Maybe she'll laugh for 5 minutes like I fucking did when I was eating. Oh yeah, guys, smoke your weed. Don't eat your weed. Smoke your weed. Don't eat and drink it. All right.
That was
Or
fucking hilarious.
Maybe you can. I still have that bag. I didn't fucks with it.
You didn't
Since then,
touch
it's
it.
like- No, I had like a few, and I'm like,
Oh
dude,
my
this
God.
is it's
Yeah, well, on the 1 year anniversary, you better pop out that bag, bro. You
Oh
better
my
pop
God.
out that bag.
I might do that. Yeah.
That was epic on that show, man.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. But at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, right, we're talking about a plant that grows in the ground, a plant that is used for medical purposes. And I remember back growing up, used to see those commercials, right? And there's the two kids, they're in the house and they're all high and shit. And he's like, hey, look, he has his gun.
God.
And the next thing your gun goes off, bam! Don't do drugs. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Now look
I
at this shit.
absolutely hated that commercial. I
too.
literally lived through that as a child. My mans, we was in the hood, we was playing around, we found some shit. He accidentally shot himself right in front of my face. And every time I saw that fucking commercial, bro, it was was the most like traumatizing shit that I had ever experienced, fam. And that the commercial, it was just, I was like, it took me a long time to realize what was going on, really, like how I really felt about it. But like,
Yeah, no, I feel you,
that
man.
commercial triggered me, bro. That commercial was out of control, fam. I was like, yo, and I knew a lot of people who smoked weed.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people
You know
who
what I mean?
did mad drugs. None of those things ever happened to them.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what I mean? And this is the thing. So, Roberto, what do you have to say on it?
Well, you know what I have to say, because there's people constantly fucking blaming weed for all the stupidities they had
Everything.
prior to smoking weed. Just it wasn't reflected on, you know. I'm speechless on this, you know. I'm just thankful that where we are, it's actually legal.
Me
Not
too.
legal the way we want it to really be, but I understand the way it is. You know, you have to still consider there's kids, and you know, you don't influence them with alcohol, so why should you influence them with weed? But I'm talking about where you guys are at, where it's legal in some places and not in other, and it's not legal federally. That's some
Fam, it's
fucking
still
confusing shit, especially
it's still
while you're
Schedule
high.
1 drug.
But is
Well,
that
I will
crazy?
say,
You're high and you cross the fucking state, and now it's not legal. How are you supposed to remember
Yeah.
that shit?
The ones I don't. I got to do it. Well, the ones that are red and the ones that are blue are very different. Yellow
No,
and
but
I.
federally, it's not
Yellow
legal
and I-
anywhere in the U.S. Federally, right?
Well,
No, federally it's illegal. It's federally
illegal,
it's still,
exactly. So
and
I
it's
don't
still a
understand that.
schedule.
But
It's
certain
still a
states-
Schedule 2 drug or some shit like that. Like it's right up there with heroin, which is out of control. Like it's
like
fucking
I said-
bullshit.
Hold on before migraines, Danny. Just so you know, it's migraines.
Right.
I suffer
Right.
from migraines, and that's why weed helps with my migraines. So
me,
I
it's
know you're
my
trying to be a
glaucoma.
smart ass,
My
but
glaucoma, I was smoking weed because I knew I was gonna get the shit, so I had to jump on it.
Preventative medicine, bro.
Thank
Preventative
you,
medicine,
Yellow.
bro.
There you
Thank
go,
you. You had the
preventative
words I
medicine.
couldn't spit out,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
feel yellow. That was my master plan, because me and my daughter's godfather, who got dipped to Trinidad. I'll see you one day, bruh. You know, Rodney. But me and him made a pact to smoke weed every day for the rest of our life. You know, stupid kids. At least we weren't taking Tide fucking shit in our mouth. But
Tide Pods.
you know what I mean?
Right.
So our goal was to smoke weed
I'm gonna
every
keep
day
it a
for
buck,
life.
man. The Tide Pods was dumb, but I did a lot of dumb shit too. I
Well,
enjoyed
Yeah, we
it.
all did. But
Darwin,
we do a lot of-
you know, he's
It's just
there
different
every
kind of
time.
dumb shit. Like they're in the
Yeah.
house, they're doing in the house dumb shit. We did out the house dumb
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
Like,
walking
so
on
it's
the
like
rails of the
Can
third
you let
floor
Darwin
building
do
thinking
his
you're a
job,
kung
though?
fu kid, right?
Exactly.
Shit like that.
Exactly.
And now you look up at that bill and say, man, was I a fucking
What the fuck
stupid
was I
kid?"
doing? What the
Drunk.
fuck was I doing?
No, you gotta let Darwin do his job, man. You gotta let Darwin.
And
take over.
Danny, you saying yeah, okay, but 100%. I'm telling you, that's the reason why. So
states that are, I was just gonna say states that
yeah,
are
go ahead,
blue.
Dash.
States that are blue feel different about it than states that are red. I mean, where I am, I've been, New York, New Jersey, California, obviously Colorado and Oregon, and I'm sure like we're closer to where yellow is too, Massachusetts and all that. Connecticut.
What up, JJ?
It's all very different
What up,
than if you go
Myra?
to Texas, where you're gonna get some serious backlash for Texas, Mississippi, et cetera, et cetera. It varies big from state to state here.
See, my boy,
you want to
my
shine
boy-
on Jason a minute?
my boy
Jason Lee.
JJ's this one.
Yeah.
Don't go to Danny's state. The whole O.O.C will be streaming from Danny's squad car.
At least me and you would be. At least me and you would be, Anto.
Yeah, for real.
Must be hot as hell down there, man.
Definitely, man.
It's
Fucking
JJ.
hot up here, bro.
JJ,
And
my
it's
boy,
just so
he's an
dumb,
herbalist
bro.
too. It is, right?
It's just so dumb.
It's been proven that weed has medical properties. It's been proven. It's not like it's fucking, oh, well, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. No, it has been proven. So at this point, to be fucking, like, you guys have that third strike law, right? And I don't know if it changed, but if I'm not mistaken, if
Some
you're on your
places
third
do,
strike,
some places don't.
right? So if you're on your third strike and you get caught with a bag of weed, you're going to jail for fucking 25 years, 20
A
years.
felony. If they can charge you with a felony, yeah, you're getting 20 years.
Back
Depending
in the
on
day,
where
some
you
guys
are.
were getting life in New York.
Right, depending on where
in
you are.
certain places, yeah, in
Like
certain
I was
places.
saying,
Yeah.
like the Texas versus
But
like where we are.
Ridiculous.
But you see,
Yeah.
that's what's crazy about
Yeah.
in the States, how it could be so different from one state to the other.
Well, that's that's a thing, the states' rights thing, which I think is a great idea. Like, we're gonna get into my political science bag real quick. I think it's a great idea to allow people who live in an area to live how they want to live, right, and have a system set up in place so that they can like govern themselves for the most part. And because the U.S. they're so vastly different. Like, if you live in New York, you do not have any of the problems that people who live in Texas have. You have a whole different type of like set of problems. So you have a different way of life. So you should be governing yourselves differently. You know what I'm saying? And it makes sense. And I think it was a great idea to allow for people to retain a modicum of influence on what governs them. Right. But and then you still have the overarching, like the big umbrella that everything falls under. But it has gotten so ridiculous and corrupt and all that shit. So it's like it's a fucking
Because you would think something like marijuana, right, which is a global thing. Many countries are developing, are saying that it's now going to be legal.
Mm-hmm.
You have states that it's legal. It's showing that it's profitable to make it legal,
right.
It's controlled.
and it's controlled, and they're still resistant to it. But
Well,
I
that's
don't-
important
Right.
too, the control thing, because and Anzo and Roberto, even you guys can agree with this. It is all about how it's grown. Like, it's a plant, grows from the ground.
Yeah, absolutely.
But sometimes, and I remember this because my friend got bud from California, because that's where he gets his bud that he sells or whatever. There are certain strains where I don't know if they spray it down afterwards or whatever in the process. I remember one strand, 3 Kings. I'd given it to a friend of mine or whatever back when I was selling it, and she came back and said, Josh,
What?
that wasn't.
You're broadcasting.
That
You're
was
selling weed on.
that was way back, way back in the day, way
Mm-hmm.
back, almost 10 years ago. She came back and said that that wasn't weed, man. That was like some crazy. That was a little bit more. They put something in it or something like that.
Well,
So,
you see that. That's the thing,
Yeah.
Josh. It depends on how it's grown as well, right? Because I know if I smoke weed and I get a headache right away, then I know this
Spray.
had some sort of spray or chemical in it when it was grown.
Yeah, but
that's
it's come
what.
so far now.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
You could literally go there and find a weed that's designed for you, like cologne. You know, you'll spray a cologne on you, and this certain cologne blends with your release, and whatever smells different, right? There's weed like that now. Back in the day, you just bought Jamaican weed or Mexican weed or California weed.
Or
Now you have
hydro.
sativa, indica, hybrid, predominant of one or another.
Yeah.
Cookies, spray, drinks, fucking technology, yo.
They have a fucking show on Netflix, bro, where they're cooking with cannabis. You know what I mean? So they're
They had it
going
on
there.
Vice too.
Yeah, and they're cooking with it, and they're making all kinds of gourmet fucking meals with it. But you're gonna tell me that this fucking chick got kicked out of the Olympics because she smokes weed?
You know what's the worst thing on
it's an outdated regulation that they
big
need. It
time.
needs to be addressed. That was born out of propaganda. It's just
Do you
bullshit.
know that hemp is still illegal?
Yeah, I know.
Right.
And hemp is probably the strongest substance in the planet. Like if you were to make a pair of hemp jeans, this shit would last you your whole life.
Yeah.
And why would they want to sell you one pair of jeans for the rest of your life when I can sell you 100 pair, right? Why would I want you to smoke
which is a ridiculous,
weed and get over depression,
concept.
get over anxiety, sleeping, and
facts.
if I can't sell you that medication?
Yeah, like Klonopin, and Zolafron, and all these names you can't pronounce. It's
right.
Just listen to the side effects after that fucking. They tell you what it does.
Crazy.
May cause death, hair
Wait
loss.
6 months. Wait for the lawyer.
You might start a healthy glow in the dark.
Nexus.
Thinking of glow.
Wait 6 months, bro. You
hemp seed oil actually does have twice the omegas that flax does.
Yeah.
And I actually did it for a long time there, and I glowed
That makes
like
sense.
J-Lo.
Any support for weed is
Glow like
welcome.
J-Lo.
I'm sorry, you did what?
My skin, it would glow.
Swag.
Which is not easy when you're this pale. But I saw Danny comment about impairment. It's actually illegal up here to drive high.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And police officers, I believe they even
alcohol.
have a testing method
do.
they stop you now.
Yeah, but you
They
know
do.
when they do these tests, they got to bring in some of these young people.
They
bring
wave
in
a
us-
walker in front of you.
Oh, sorry, man.
Sorry,
Well,
I'm being a
Roberto?
smart ass.
Yeah,
I was saying you got to bring in some young people and you got to bring in some OGs to do these tests because it varies. You know, I don't want to brag, but I could tell you, majority of my kids' trips, Daddy was licked. But no one noticed. Nobody noticed.
We're all talking about legal
That's
stuff
building
on here.
tolerance too, right?
You don't know how many trips I took, Josh. Could have been that one trip.
No, I'm messing with you.
Roberto,
Yes.
how many times have we been going to the fucking club and we're lighting up the spliff, fucking smoking, driving, going to the club, right?
Right.
I understand.
Highway
I understand what they're saying about being impaired and stuff,
Right.
but it's
'Cause
not
there is
like
an element
alcohol.
of-
Yes,
no,
there is.
it's not even close.
Not even
nowhere
close.
near. It's nuts,
because
bro.
everybody
it's
handles
bullshit.
it different. If you know your tolerance
true.
after time
That's true.
tends to change. Back in the day, I had to walk with drops all the time. I was a poster child for fucking being busted red, right? Now I could burn 2 tree splits. You won't even know I smoked unless
Right.
I know you and I let that side of me out. You'll see my laughter and everything changes. But my eyes, you can't tell a difference. I just maybe look more tired. But like, for instance, I just burned a spliff on the highway coming from Gulf, right?
Yep.
Take the exit I take all the time for whatever reason. This time the exit's a little backed up. Come around the corner, fucking spot check. Now I look at myself in the mirror. I don't look high, but my heart knows I'm fucking high. And he starts beating irregular, so now my eyes look fucking different. I'm having all kinds of convulsions in my car by
That's
myself.
paranoia, bro. That's
You
the
got that
problem
right.
with weed,
And
though.
I've never experienced that. But
That's
how
why I
many
had
times
to-
do you
that's
come
why I
onto
stopped
a
smoking.
fucking block No, listen. Some people get paranoid sitting on a couch,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
right in the metro.
Yeah.
I can't tell. I can't
can do
tell
that
you how
once a
many
week.
times I swear to God my lungs was trying to swallow my tongue. I can't tell you. I be high as
I'll
shit,
give you that. I'll give you that.
mouth dry as fuck,
Yeah,
just
but if you
lips
read,
sticking to my teeth, bro. Like,
if you read the effects of that probably weed you smoke, Yellow, they'll tell you
Yeah.
may
for real.
cause dry mouth,
Yeah.
right.
will taste
Right.
woodsy. About everything you're feeling, they're telling you, but
That's
you don't,
exactly
you don't have
what
a
it
chance
is.
to read that shit, right?
My brother-in-laws
Yeah.
didn't tell me jack shit. That Christmas
Yeah.
Eve, I was mad tripping outside, man. Freaking heart racing.
But
Like-
some people do have bad reactions
Right,
though. Because
yes.
I've watched. It's very rare, but I've watched people have like anxiety attacks because they
No,
got because
no
they got
doubt.
too high.
No doubt,
Absolutely.
because
So
they didn't see it was 35% THC or
No. This is
28%.
before all that.
Yeah,
This is
but you
this
see,
is
even
before all
back
that.
then, we didn't know at all. Now, at least we
Well,
have
Yeah.
something written.
The weed man wasn't coming with the fucking the weed
The-
facts.
Exactly. Yo, it's either boom weed,
Boom or yeah,
super boom weed,
I-
lick
I-
your head
I-
weed.
Yeah,
You know?
I was told it was gelato. And for me, I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I like ice cream.
No, gelato.
Right.
No, gelato. You see, and the way gelato is grown now, you can get gelato with at least 30 to 35% THC in it, right?
See, that's too high.
Not for me.
Alfonso.
Nah, respect it, but like, but
For
we
me,
gotta
that I
remember
haven't
Some
smoked like
sponges soak up more water,
10
Yellow.
years.
some facts. THC is a hallucinogenic, though. You feel what I'm saying? So once you
Yeah.
start playing with those percentages, it's a hallucinogenic. That's what
Okay.
it is.
Right.
When you're high, you are hallucinating. You're just not seeing nothing crazy because it's not fucking acid, right? But like those tingly feeling, all that happiness, the giggles, all that shit, the dry mouth. Well, dry mouth is real, but like all of that shit that just all those sensations, that's all hallucinations. So it's like once you get past a certain percentage, now you're playing with shit. You're playing with how the brain works, and I'm
Well-
not comfortable with these high ass percentages that they be having out here. I saw it 75% TH. I was like, you are out your
That-
fucking mind if
yes,
you think
100%.
that's what I'm coming
That's
back
that moon
to.
rock, bro.
That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for.
And respect.
I'll tell you
Get your
this.
shit
I
off.
don't venture that far, Yellow.
I tell you
I
this.
don't need to venture
Um,
that far. For me, it's just to sedate my anger. You know, it just makes me
Right.
not give a shit, and I
first
like that.
time-
You know,
The first time I
Yeah.
ever tripped out, I had this thing. It was called butter, right? So it's
Yep.
it's made from the THC plant, right?
Yep.
But when the guy told me about it, he was like, "Yeah, man, it's 99% THC and this and
Yep.
that." And at the time, I was like, "Nah, man, I ain't fucking with none of that shit," right? So I went to the house. We were discussing like a business type of thing, and he pulled it out. So when he pulled it out and I smelled it, I was like, "Oh shit, that smells like some boom ass weed," right?
Before you, can I just get some more details on the business
Yeah.
type of thing you was discussing with this dude
Yeah.
who had the butter?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, it was.
Never mind. Go ahead. Continue your story.
No,
My
no, I
fault.
remember.
No,
I
no,
remember.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll explain
This,
it because
this
it's
business
part of the
type of
story.
thing. What is this guy talking about?
Yeah, I'll explain it because it's part of the story, right? So he was
The
trying
butter.
to start up. He was trying to start up his a telemarketing company, and
Oh.
what he want. Yeah, and what
That's
he
what we're
wanted
calling
to
it
do.
now, telemarketing.
What he wanted to do was robbing old women and old people. Like, "Oh, hi, grandma, how you doing? I'm in jail." Blah blah. He wanted to do we called it the grandma pitch, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he didn't tell me what it was. We went to dinner, went to his house, and then he pulled it out, and I smelled it. I was like, okay. So he took a fucking safety pin and just dabbed the safety pin.
Yep.
Lit it, and he went, and I was like, smell it? Okay. Let's see. Want to try it? I said, yeah, sure. So he dabbed it, hit it, and I kid you not, 5 fucking seconds after taking that fucking dab, my heart started beating like fucking crazy. I was sitting in the chair, and I was like, what the fuck? Right?
Yep.
So at this time now, he's pitching it to me what he wants to do. And I'm just sitting there because I would never do anything like that. Robbing old people like that, I would never do it. It's just not for me. I've done a lot of fucking telemarketing and shit, but that's something I just would not do. So as I'm sitting there, I'm like, this guy's the fucking devil. This guy's trying to take my fucking soul. Those are the things that are popping through my head.
With
This
Shang
fucking
Tsung.
dude is- Oh, bro, he's trying to take my soul, right?
Your
So-
soul is mine.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? And my heart is beating. I start to sweat and shit. So I'm like, yo, I got to get some air. So I got to get outside. So I go and I leave the apartment and I go outside, right? and I'm fucking walking, and he's walking beside me. He's still pitching. He's like, "You okay? You okay?" And I just turned around and was like, "Get the fuck away from me!" Right? So he turned around. He didn't say shit. He just turned around and walked away. So I started to walk home, and I didn't live far from it, right? Far from where I was. So I started to walk home. And I kid you not, I was fucking talking to myself all the fucking way home. Don't ask me what I was saying. All I remember was like, what the fuck did I do? What the fuck was that? What if I get addicted to this shit? Blah, blah, blah. So I hit a street and I'm walking and I look up and I can see someone I know. And I know he's seen me from a distance, right? Because you could see him looking at me. So now I'm like, this motherfucker see me walking up the street talking to myself. Because he can see me talking to myself. Usually, when I see him and I haven't seen him in a long time, I say, "Hey, man, what's up? How you doing?" Blah, blah. I was like, "Hey, what's up?" Boom. And just kept walking. Got home, right? Sat on the couch. Was like, "Oh, my God, what the fuck did I do?" Next thing I know, my son's mother and my son were walking in the door. I passed out on a fucking couch and then I woke up when they came in. Man,
and you was good. And you were perfectly fine. And right back to regular old-fashioned life.
I was good.
That's the thing about THC, bro. There's no reason for them.
You haven't dipped in the butter since then, bro.
Actually, no, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
You did butter with moon rocks.
Because a couple of months ago, I was on my site and I seen that butter, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? I want to try this shit again." So I got some more.
Is crazy.
Oh my God, bro! When I first had my moon rock, I was like, "This is fucking heaven." This was heaven, to the point where I was making my own shit. Right? I would buy the fucking oil. I would take my bud, right, and I would grind it up to get the keef. I would take my bud, I would dip it in the oil, then I would dip it in the keef, pop that shit in the bong, right? So it was NBA Finals. Me, my son, and his friend are there. We're watching NBA Finals, and I'm like, "Yo, guys, we're doing moon rocks tonight." They're like, "Yeah." By halftime, those two niggas were sitting on the couch like this. Right, so I turn around and I look and I'm like, "You guys are fucking high as shit," and they're like, "Yeah." It was fucking hilarious.
I just want to make a point to something that Danny said up there. If you want to rewind about,
which one? This one here?
Yes. Now, I feel you, Danny, and it's very rare that I've ever gotten so high that I didn't drive. If anything, I was at a buddy's and I got so high that I couldn't keep my eyelids open. I don't know what kind of weed it was, but I just passed out at his house.
And many times.
Yeah, I just passed out.
You're going to go to sleep.
Yeah, like I've never been so impaired high behind the wheel that I couldn't drive. I can tell you it's happened a few times. Thank God nothing really happened while I was under the influence of alcohol, but never
weed.
And I could put my hand on a Bible. It's never happened that I was so impaired on weed that I shouldn't have drove, and I drove with my family. I wouldn't. I mean, come on, man.
And you're more cautious when you're on weed, though, right?
I'm more alert. I mean, listen, that's what I'm saying. If you give me a test and I fail that test, I'll stop doing it. But I'm telling you, for whatever reason, I've been driving high for so long that when I drive straight, I'm overthinking. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I can explain that properly. So I've kind of come to the point now that I'm used to smoking high. You know, I'm used to driving high, smoking high. That happens eventually, but
it's like you could drive, but like you just can't talk when you're high. I get it.
I could change the music.
Oh, my fault.
You know, my peripherals there, everything's alert. Like I remember one time.
Right. Well, you feel like you do get a false sense of confidence when you're high too.
It could be that.
As paranoid as you is, there's a little, right. But that's the thing, though. The THC is not impairing enough to really fuck with like your ability to drive. Now, if you already have trouble maintaining or operating a vehicle for whatever reason, maybe you get distracted, or maybe you know, like all of this kind of stuff, right? Yeah, but it's the same as like eating and driving. Don't do it. Don't do it, right? But like,
when they look at their food, they can't look back up at the road, right?
Right. And for the sake of the conversation that we're having here, it's really about just decriminalize, legalize, and regulate. That's the best way to move forward. There's no reason why anybody is like in jail for having smoked some weed or possessed it or even sold it. Like it's crazy to me.
Well,
but especially when like 2 miles away from where they're imprisoned, somebody else is selling it legally, and you can walk in and purchase. Like that's there's just this ridiculous like dichotomy between these two things that I don't understand how you can allow for it to continue that way.
Well, the
But
reason
with
started shit.
Go ahead, Joe.
we have the reason. The reason is because they're not making money off of it. We've established that, and like we said, we got to critically think like if they're not making money off of it, and they're not selling Zoloft or their own weed, i.e., Colorado or Oregon, Washington, etc. That's the reason. I mean, that's the.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true, because it's not like all of a sudden they're going to legalize weed and then the black market of marijuana is going to take over the medical industry. Like that's a ridiculous concept. So I don't know that it's really. They could easily just purchase the fucking farms. They have the money. They're buying all of the politicians. They can just purchase the farms or parts of it, or purchase the product and then do the necessary testing and all of that stuff, and then make money off of it themselves. It's the religious nuts. It's the fear nuts, the propaganda nuts. Like it's all these. It's and I think criminal justice too. Criminal justice as well. You feel what I'm saying? Like I think it's those kind of things that are really preventing the move. Because I don't think it's that they can't, because they're making money off of it. Every time marijuana gets legalized somewhere, the big company goes there and starts purchasing it. So, like, because that's how at least in America. I don't know anywhere else, but in America, it's a fucking corporatocracy. The big companies have the money, so they're going to go, or they'll wait for the mom and pop to do it, and then they'll just buy them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know if it's about the money.
What up, JJ?
It started because of the money. Absolutely. The propaganda campaign, the fucking Reefer Madness movie that had everybody thinking marijuana was fucking acid and all that. Like that started absolutely because of the money. Now I don't know. It's this other thing that's going on. It's just too many opportunities to make money.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, you say one thing, and I want to say something. Then I'll let JJ say.
Well, Anzo, it's to your point, and it's kind of like. Yeah, this girl, I'm sorry, I forget her name. She's getting scrutinized for using weed for the
Sha'carri.
Olympics. I just want to say this, and I don't know if I'm the only person on the panel who feels this way. I don't give a fuck about the Olympics. So I mean, like, so them trying to like, we would need to keep the integrity of the Olympics. Nobody cares. At least I don't think nobody gives a fuck about the Olympics. So I'm tired of hearing all these stupid little stories about like, because there's other shit going on with it. It's like. There's so much. We got basketball here. We got hockey here. We got football here. Nobody cares about the Olympics. That's it.
But what the organization seems to be doing is the problem, right? Because like. There's also this situation with swimmers and their caps, because they're covering up African hair, kinky hair, C4 hair, so they need a bigger cap. But now they are disqualified from competing because they require a bigger cap to cover their hair, which is more voluminous. There's a lot of little things that it's like when you put them on next to each other, maybe they're not racist, but they're certainly wearing a racist uniform. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some interesting thing that's happening here. You know, like it's like she's definitely Sha'carri Richardson knew that she was not supposed to have been smoking weed, and she knew that if she failed that test, she would be disqualified, because that's what the rules are. And that's why I love her response. She was like, "Nah, ain't nobody but me. Blah blah blah. There's nobody else for none of this bullshit. Like it was me, my decisions, and she took responsibility for it. She apologized, and she stood up, and I respect her for that, and I always will. That does not mean that the organization doesn't still have to change how they do things, because it's outdated shit. Like we gotta get past that.
And nobody cares. We have basketball, football. We go out to the park, go out to the bar.
That too.
And nobody's watching the Olympics.
And I want to go back to one thing that Yellow said too when he was talking about corporations buying up things. You see, for you guys, it's the corporations right here.
Yeah.
When they legalized it, the government was like, "Oh yeah," and they took control of it. And I'm going to tell you what changed here. Okay. I don't know if you guys know, but if you know about Mark Emery he has cannabis culture, right? And he's a big cannabis guy in BC, and he's been always the one to try and getting dispensaries opened up and doing shit illegally, right? So he came to Montreal and said he's going to open up a dispensary, and he opened up a dispensary, okay? And I kid you not, it was like a block away from where I was working. I had no idea. And one day I'm at work and they're like, "Hey, you guys want to go check the dispensary?" I'm like, "Dispensary?" And they're like, "Yeah, they opened up a dispensary right up the block." And I said, "Oh yeah, it's up there. Okay, let's go." It was the fucking
SWAT.
It was the fucking coldest day of winter that year. It was like minus fucking 30. And the line was around the block.
That's nuts.
And people were waiting for 4 fucking hours. I went at lunchtime. And I said, no, fuck this. I'll go after work.
Yeah.
I went back after work, and the line was just as fucking long in the coldest day of winter. And I was like, holy shit, this thing is going to blow up. But I'm like, there's no way that they're going to let this guy keep this spot open. So the next day,
that's probably a part of why that line was so long.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. And then the next day, my ex's friend was working got a job that was working. She's like, hey, guys, come, I'll let you guys in. We'll get you guys in. So we got in, we got our weed, and then we left. And by the time we got home, cops busted that spot, closed it down, right? But for me, the fact that people waited so long in the snow to get weed, I was like, there's no way the government is not going to, because it's all on the news and everything. I'm like, there's no way the government's not going to see this and then want to take control of it. Sure enough, a year later, weed's legalized in Canada. You got SAQ, they took it over, they bought farms, right? And what they did was, it was either they bought a farm or they had people
hired.
like, listen, yeah. And you had to have at least $1 million to bid for your farm.
And if you didn't get picked, you didn't get that mill back.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly. And now,
Wait, what about the what? If you didn't get picked, you didn't get your $1 million back?
No, you
what?
put your mill just to be in the loop.
But yeah.
That's just a bid.
Crazy.
That's just a bid.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I will tell you this: those people that got it are fucking making
instant multi-millionaires. A buddy of mine met one, and the thing that's so funny is that the government doesn't want the potent weed, and they're even telling him what to do with it. They only want weed up to like 28%.
28,
yeah.
Anything over 28, you have to burn it.
Really? I didn't know that.
That's the conditions with.
I bet you they like, yeah, hold on, man.
Where are they burning it?
Ordered by the government, bro. Ordered by the government, bro. What am I supposed to do, man? They tell I have to do it. I don't want to do it. I have to do it.
Put it on social media. Hashtag weed burning. We're burning the weed now. Come along.
Yeah, we gotta go burn it, man. The big ass field, yo, just a field. It's like that episode of Samurai Champloo, bro.
And the guy's making so much money.
Yeah, man. Danny said, even if we don't care about certain events or practices, you still have some kind of rules. Sure. If you don't have rules or guidelines, then that will lead to chaos. There has to be some kind of order. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
I was being facetious. I'm sure somebody, maybe it's because I'm American, whatever, but I don't give a fuck. I'm sure somebody else
weren't broken, then we wouldn't need police, right?
Yeah.
JJ, what do you have to say?
Oh man, I'm listening to the weed talk, and it's crazy. I give a woman props for standing up and doing the right thing and telling the truth. I do, but I have to go back to Robin Williams for a moment, because there was a snowboarder that lost his gold medal because of smoking weed. Mm-hmm. Weed it intensifies certain things in your life, tastes, flavors, flavors, sensations. I've been smoking too, so pardon me.
I think my camera keeps going off.
Yeah. But one thing it definitely does not do is make you fucking empowered. Right. I don't see how they can even come off saying that marijuana is a performance enhancing drug.
Not at all.
Did they say that? I don't think they said that, or I missed it.
That's how they look at it. Drug is a drug.
I don't.
It's
but that's not what performance enhancing drug is.
Exactly. It's what you said before, right? It was all they're living on false facts from the past, and the rules are from that era.
Information.
Exactly.
Yeah, antiquated information. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking bullshit, man. Right now we're at a point in our lives, and I'm saying America, Canada, anywhere else. Marijuana can be treated just like alcohol. Can be treated just like cigarettes. It can be governed. It can be policed. Mm-hmm. You don't drive while you're high. You don't drive while you're drunk. Now, cigarettes, different situation. But anything that can get you intoxicated or mess your mind up, stay from behind the wheel. Keep your ass at home. Okay, be safe about it. Be responsible about it. But no, they don't want to look at it that way. It's still a drug. We got all these states in the U.S. right now that it's recreationally legal, but it's recreationally legal within that state. If the DEA were to come in to those states it's still not legal.
That's what's fucking entrapment about it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter what the laws say. It matters upon the person. All right. I'm not condoning breaking the law wherever you live, but if you're going to do it, be safe about it. Stay home. Stay out of trouble. Be a responsible adult, you know, or try to be, you know, because it's kind of hard when you're smoking. Trust me, I have a hard time doing it all the time.
LDG said, "Is it for a food eating contest? Very performance enhancing."
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I don't get the
good
munchies
point.
no more, really, to tell you the truth.
Me
Those
neither.
are like myths. When you
Yeah.
first start smoking, you have that intention in your head, like Yellow said, it's like a little psychological. All of a sudden, you're very hungry and you order with your brain, not your stomach. But that shit ain't throughout your whole weed experience.
You know, every once in a while I fry my brain so hard, I might feel like eating 50 hot dogs, but who wouldn't want to? For real. I like hot dogs, but not like that.
50?
Hey,
We need to put you up on stage, JJ.
Nah, I ain't eating no 50 hot dogs. No.
Hold on, Maz. What were you saying? Because I think your mic is chipping out. Speak.
Yeah, I think I'm lagging. But I was wondering if those are the same hot dogs that Danny was trying to order earlier.
The vagina hot dogs, yeah.
Pop back in.
Hey, JJ.
Yeah.
I might have to second Danny if it's like Beyonce or some shit. I might have to second that. I'll order two. I'll order two. I'll order
These
three.
are some tasty dogs.
But JJ, just like you said, it's like regulating alcohol, and like right now we're in the roaring 20s. You know what I mean? To think that like back in the 20s and 1920s, alcohol you'd have to sneak into a speakeasy and
like
get
prohibition,
and the mafia sold it. You know what I mean? We laugh at that now. I think my daughter, who's 6 now, will look back at us and laugh. Like, can you remember when weed? They used to like put people in jail for smoking it. And
it's simple. Look back at Smokey and the Bandit, man. The original Smokey and the Bandit, man. They're smuggling Coors beer.
Crazy.
From state to state.
And you see,
and that's back to that rebellious shit I was telling you about America, man. I'm saying, yo, man.
Yes, and you see, this is the thing that I'm saying too, right?
There,
because our government is making a shitload of money off of the weed. And they were talking when they first legalized, they're like, oh, it's not going to last long. They're going to decriminalize it. They will never decriminalize weed ever again because it is making them money.
Not only that,
sorry.
If they're controlling how those grow houses have to be built and secured too. So if you're going into that, you're I don't know how, millions of dollars up front in order to get everything
cost
going.
them nothing.
Yeah. I know, because they're going to make everything back. But still, if you're going to start doing that, you have to.
I mean, the government, it costs them nothing.
Yeah, the government just make pure money. They're making money off of it. Because you have to have Health Canada has to approve of the facility before it opens up.
That is correct.
And they should get guys like me and Onzo to test that weed to make the public smoke the good shit and not that bad shit. You know, shit guys with experience,
maybe not Onzo with his tolerance. Just saying.
No, me with my tolerance.
He'll test the indica. I'll test the sativa.
The flavor.
This would be Onzo. Trash. Next.
No, this would be Onzo. Moon rocks. Next.
You're gonna put it on YouTube. Next. You're gonna do like me. Yeah. Right. You're gonna do like your top five.
And be like, nah, you got to give me some oil with that. You got to put the 2 kinds of hash in it, and then we can put some kefir on it. Because trust me, those are my spliffs. Like literally.
I don't know, man. I wonder if you take Onzo to the gym, if everybody within like a 5-meter radius is going to
get high. Probably.
Let him start sweating, man. That's
sweat itself.
Exactly. Yeah. Let him start sweating. It's better than any CBD oil you'll ever get your hands on.
Yeah.
Danny said, bro, we don't arrest people for weed if it's a recreational amount.
That's
in fact, if you're traveling with a small amount, we write you a ticket and we send you on your way. It's those who have a ton of it who is...
Yeah, no doubt. Go get them, Danny. But don't get my guy.
Yeah, no shit. Don't get mine either.
nor mine. Well, I mean, I could find ways to get it. So if I ain't growing it,
is a felony, so
4 ounces, really?
Yep.
How much can we?
Isn't that the border or that's like? in the states.
Well,
where
it's different everywhere, but 4 ounces
Right.
is a felony in a lot of places.
I
That's
think
not
we
enough
can.
weed, in my
I think-
opinion, to go to jail for.
Yeah, I know. I
It's crazy.
think we here we can carry an ounce with us.
Yeah, I think it's
Um,
28 grams.
28 grams.
Yeah.
I had a prescription, so I was able to carry 40 something grams on me, right? But at the end of the day, man, like
Who's
I said,
walking with all that?
yeah, right.
Nah,
You know what I
fuck
mean?
that.
Yo,
You don't want to go to the
here.
supermarket and buy a dozen eggs. You want to buy go to
Unless you're
Sam's
buying
Club
it
and
from
buy a
someone
whole
bringing
bunch.
it home. That's
For-
the only
for
way
the-
you're
for-
walking with it.
For the longest time, now when I buy it, I pay about 10 a gram for it. Okay,
Mhm.
for the longest time, you'll go to jail for 4 grams.
That's
For a
crazy.
bag. For a bag,
that's crazy.
man. Yeah, they lock you up for that, man.
That's crazy.
They sit you in the back of a cop car for quite a while for a joint. You know, it's ridiculous. I had this shirt one time. It was from the magazine High Times. I bought it. It was a white T-shirt, and on the front of it had a picture of a beautiful bud. Beautiful. Even Onzo would have drooled over this shit. All right, and at the bottom it says, "God doesn't make mistakes."
That's hilarious.
That's true, Danny. That's good.
It's not true. That's nonsense, but that's hilarious.
No, what Danny said. I said,
Oh, my fault. What? Oh,
Yeah, he said.
if you got an attitude, and chances are you'll get a attitude. Yeah, yep. That's cool. No, it's cool because like getting pulled over for no reason is no reason to have an attitude, right? That's
Right.
crazy.
Oh, yeah. if
Well,
it's for
I
no
don't
reason.
know. I've always had an attitude because, like, what the fuck did I do now?
Yeah, well, that's I mean, got a complexion for the protection of the how that shit Paul
You know,
Newman say
you
that
riding
shit?
down
Got
the road, you riding down the road, mind your own business, man, and all of a sudden you get pulled over, and you know damn well you wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, you're
That's
gonna
a
have
problem.
attitude.
That's
You
a
could
problem.
probably poke them right in their badge and be like, "I'll have your badge, mister." I can't do
No,
that
I
shit.
do that shit. You might get
Actually,
shot.
in the wintertime, I might be able to get away with it, but in the summertime, I can't do that shit.
No, we can't do that.
You can't do that, man. You do that shit here. If I just decided I was going to walk up to a cop and started poking at his badge, he'll lock me up for assault.
No,
Yeah,
no, I've seen
yeah.
it.
You see, you would get locked up. We would get shot up.
Well,
Nah,
hey,
come on, be
well,
fair, yo, be fair.
Hey, it
They'll
all
try to
depends on
choke you
how.
first.
Yeah, right.
It's how hard I'm poking him in that badge too.
Oh shit! So we're gonna get into Roberto's topic because it had a little bit to do with what I was talking about. It has something to do with the Olympics. So Roberto, what did you have to get off your chest, my brother?
You know, it's funny because I sent you that image of my topic standing next to your topic,
Yeah.
and it said it was along these lines where a woman gets banned from the Olympics for smoking weed, but yet a transgender woman could compete in the Olympics. I don't know the comparison. So the one on the left is the one I chose. Now, my question is regarding transgenders. Now, there might be some people who think it's okay for them to go in the Olympics. But if it's okay and there's no advantage for a man who converts into becoming a woman, then why aren't those women who are converting into men getting in the Olympics? Because, they would get destroyed if they go up against the men's basketball team or the men's volleyball team. I mean, not all of them. There are the odd few that would actually hold their own, mind you. But I don't see any women that converted to men trying to get in the Olympics. So why are all these men who convert to women want to get into weightlifting, want to
They're
get into
absolutely
wrestling?
trying to get into the Olympics. They're all absolutely trying to do it. I don't know if they're succeeding, but they are trying.
But it's a matter of time, Yellow, before they are in there. And what I suggested in that little
Well, I mean, you still have
comment-
to be the best.
Yeah, but I mean, could you imagine the woman that they had standing next to that girl who got caught smoking weed? That
I think I can
transgender woman looks about 330 pounds. Now, I don't know, unless they put a woman in there that size to wrestle with him, I don't see how anyone's going to beat her.
Is it wrestling? Who are you talking about exactly? I don't
Show
know.
the
what
image.
you're talking about, so-
I'm gonna show the picture. I'm gonna show the picture.
Like, what's the history? Is she a wrestler?
It looks like she's
"Oh,
wearing
it's
a
wrestling
wrestling
is a
outfit.
sport."
Because if she's big enough to wrestle, then I mean, like, go ahead, get your shit
That's
off.
why-
I don't. I think the
So it's
problem
a
is
guy
that the
who
way
converted
that
into a woman, right?
right, but either way, it's like
He still has
it's
the
like
strength.
what right, but
That's her there on the left.
Yeah,
is she?
I don't know. She looks like a wrestler. No,
Like
No,
I
it looks like
said,
weightlifting.
weightlifting. That's right.
Yeah,
Powerlifting. Sorry.
weightlifting. Yeah.
oh,
Powerlifting.
So
that's it.
So
That's not
what
an
I think is the real problem here is the way how we separate people. For a long time we separate men and women. That's how we've done it for a long time. Those designations seem to be changing. We have the technology. We can rebuild the categories, fam. Like it's okay to start measuring bone density, measuring muscle mass, measuring the hormones, the way the hormones are distributed throughout the body, and then categorizing people like that. Because like in my view, I think Ronda Rousey should be able to beat up Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? And if they want to fight each other, I don't see any reason why they shouldn't be able to fight each other. Yeah, like there's a lot
I'm all
of
good with that too. But
yeah. So it's
this is a little. That's like entertainment. That's not an
no,
actual
I'm talking about.
fight.
I'm not talking about them specifically. I'm just saying if there's a woman or whatever. Like what I'm saying is people should be paired off based on biological markers as opposed to gender identities. That's what I'm saying. Like actual data, there should be measurements that are done on people's biochemistry, and then you pair them off like that. It's easy to be like, it's much easier, and that's why we've done it this way for so long. It's been all right, you men all compete with men, women compete with women, because generally speaking, men are stronger than women. But there are absolutely women out there who can beat the shit out of a lot of men.
Absolutely,
and, like so, it's like
that's why I said. So I think not all.
Right. So I think I think because of the way how we are learning how gender identity works, we need to then use that knowledge and reconfigure how we are separating people, how we are pairing people off to compete against each other. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
because like let's say you
my
get
question. Sorry, Yellow. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
I forgot what I was going to get shit on. I forgot.
What I had suggested in that comment was just like they created the X Games for sports that the Olympics wouldn't acknowledge as an Olympic sport. Mm-hmm. Why don't they create the transgender games?
You're talking about segregation now.
Well, you know what? No one thought about segregation when it came to the X Games. So why is it now when it comes to transgenders?
That's like, it's not segregation when it comes to the X Games. No one cares about those things, so they went and created their own thing, and now people care about it. It's not that they
didn't care. The Olympics didn't acknowledge those as sports. That's what
right.
Because look how many people watch the X Games.
The audience was small. Now that it's a thing and it kind of blew up, but it still doesn't compare. Like the Olympics didn't consider it sports. That's true, and maybe they should have. But the point is that the audience for that shit was so small. But like involved, they could create their own thing and then go ahead and get busy. Like if all of the trans people in the world want to create their own thing, then that's fine. But like what you're talking about is let's create something so that they can play with each other and leave them out of our stuff, and that is segregation.
You start there. You start there, and you gradually.
I mean, I don't want to bring up the
blow up because look, they allow breakdancing in the Olympics. Breakdancing?
What?
Yep.
They wanted to put breakdancing in the Olympics. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You guys didn't know that research?
You're gonna be electric boogaloo, man.
Does that shit still exist?
Crazy as hell, bro.
What are you saying to me?
There was 4 or 5 sports that they were actually considering implementing into the Olympics, and breakdancing was one of them.
Okay, but they didn't actually make it, right?
No, they're working on it. It's a matter of time.
We'll see. Yep. We'll see what happens.
My question is this. Okay, so maybe we don't have to create a whole new Olympic for them, but why not have a category for them? Right? You have a male category, you have a female category, and you have a transgender category. What is wrong with that?
That's the same. That's not different.
I was about to say, is that the Special Olympics?
No, I was going to bring that up too. But
what's wrong with that though? Because you're gonna try and start putting men who are represent as women, right? Who are usually stronger, and I say usually, not always, but are usually stronger, usually bigger, and then you're going to put them up against women where they have no chance of winning. These women have no chance of winning because of the men. That they're like, no matter what you want to say, your genes are your genes. You are a man. No matter what you identify as, no matter how strong you are, no matter how weak you are a man. Biologically.
Yes. I don't think we know that for certain, although I am inclined to agree. I think that because we are the problem is here that you're trying to come up with a simple solution to a complicated problem. That's the main issue. That's why I presented a complicated solution to the complicated problem, because we have to address it as such. You can't just be like,
it was.
It's
I,
not
It was
I have
just
a,
a mere
I can,
suggestion.
I have a very easy solution. You have a dick.
Go ahead.
You pay. You have a dick. You're a man. You have a vagina. You're a woman.
Vagina?
You're a woman.
I was going to ask
that's
about that because how far down the rabbit hole are we going? Like, can you just put a dress on like Joanna Man? Like,
Well, that's what it.
Miguel
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Mendes
what
but
it.
some
be
people
like,
yeah,
can't
that's
afford
what-
the procedures, right? So
But I agree.
They're still a woman. They just have some
Identify. Yeah.
Eventually, they're going to take care of those things. So what? They're a man until they take care of those things.
Absolutely.
And it's
You
also
chop that
good.
shit up.
And it's also good we're talking about
no,
this.
but that's
'cause I
not.
have-
But then that doesn't even have anything to do with the actual like physical benefits that they have. Like it's not the dick that's giving them the
Well, testosterone.
But the thing is
thicker
that
bones and their stronger muscles.
But that's
testosterone through your body. Yeah,
But
definitely helps your.
Women
your
also have testosterone. Do you
Oh,
think
yeah,
they're not
but-
like?
but-
do you think?
levels.
But do they have as much as
No,
LeBron James and Von
what's
Miller?
that?
No,
and-
it's not the
Brazilian
same.
women-
But it's
what was the
the
Brazilian
point is
woman
that
ultimate
if you
fighter?
grow up, well, if you were to remove the, it's just again we're trying to come up with a very simple solution, which is not really a solution at
No,
all
it's
not.
to a very complicated issue.
Yeah, yeah.
But to your point, what you just said, there's women with testosterone. That the Brazilian ultimate fighter that's been champion for I don't know how much.
The short one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
She has a high level of testosterone in her body.
Sure.
That's why
And
she's so
she's
powerful.
killing
and she-
everybody.
and she's
I'm
killing everybody.
Sure, it's not as
Which
much
is
as
why-
Khabib or John Jones or.
No, there's
Sure,
a-
but there are probably a bunch of dudes who it's on par with, who she probably should be fighting.
I don't know that
right?
specific woman, so I can't say that.
I know
So,
what
but the
talking
point
about.
is that if we use that's why I opened with what I opened with. If we use the actual data, the ability, the technology that we have, the way to measure the science, and we use the biochemical data of each person and pair them off that way, then we nip this shit and there's no more problem, right? But people want to have their emotions about what gender identity is, and then people want to have the tradition about like what makes a man and a woman, and we don't want to see somebody who we don't want to see somebody with a vagina get beat up by somebody with a penis. But it's like, fam, if they are biochemically in the same realm, there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to compete against each other. You know what I'm saying?
The numbers show that they
won't
dominate.
be. The numbers show that they generally will not be in the same realm, and I'm entirely agreement with. That's why we pair them off based on it's based on the individual. It's a case by case basis. We can't just keep saying we can't ignore. There's too many people who are saying that I was born in the wrong body for us to just say that they're crazy. I think it's just too high. There are mental illnesses that exist in the world. They don't match the numbers of what we are now understanding to be trans identity. So we have to at least take it seriously enough and research it to understand it until we can disprove it. To just be like, if you got a dick, you're a man. It's all right, cool, but you're not gonna live. Yes. It's much easier to be a man. It's much easier to be a man in most places in the world. So
unless
who
you're
the
that
fuck is
person
going to
with
choose?
those mental illness that believes the
Absolutely, and that's something that we need to look into,
women
right?
Suffer. Women suffer hard.
100%.
Fam.
And Milwaukee Bucks, yes, that's that guy who did a plastic surgery because he wanted to look like his BTS idol.
Oh my god! My god!
And he changed his whole face. Plastic surgery.
I seen that shit.
Yeah,
I seen a dude who wanted to look like David Beckham. He gave like $30,000. Bro, he didn't look like David Beckham. Let's put it that.
Yeah, they never do.
Here's the difference. The one that Gaiskar is talking about, he actually believes he's Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, he makes me look tan.
That's the thing. That's the thing, It's like, and I'm going to show this video, right? Because I don't know if you guys have to go or you want to, because I had another topic that I wanted to do, and it's along this lines. Are you guys cool with it?
Yeah, I had another topic too. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Because I can go for a bit and I ain't got nothing else to do, but I'm going to share this one because it's along the lines of what we're doing. It's from Abba and Preach, one of their videos. So I'm going to try and cut out what they're saying and stuff. But so this one is a trans woman enters a bathroom and this happens. So I'll try and start it up where the video starts up. You guys can hear it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. I just want to be clear with you. It's okay. It's okay for a man to go into the women's section, shower, around the other women, young little girls underage, your spa, we spa condone that. Is that what you're saying? I'm up here at the we spa, and a man, okay, comes in screaming, just I was going to fall out. I couldn't believe what I saw. And you got some women scared to say something. Baby, I'm not scared to say a thing. The blood of Jesus against this wilding out lying spirit. No, no, no. You best believe I'm going to say something. But if they identify, he is a man. I don't care. So men can just say, I'm a woman today and I want to come in. What about women's rights? No. Little girls.
And now we can't shower. We can't go down there to shower. We can't go get our clothes.
Do you guys feel uncomfortable about it? We can fight your requirement.
Oh, so now we have to leave.
If you feel uncomfortable, because we cannot discriminate against gender.
But then why do you have men's section and women's section?
Gender identity, if they identify as female, they let us know.
So I'm a man and I can walk in there?
No, you identify yourself as male.
So I can tell you, so we can lie.
And there's a 9-year-old and a 14-year-old that's never seen a penis before.
That traumatized me to see that.
We are women.
Yes.
And that traumatized us.
Yes.
No, but I'm saying we're older women. We're not little girls.
Right.
And we're here to protect the little girls.
We've seen a penis.
Not okay.
It's not.
Now I can't even go and put my clothes on because he's down there.
Yeah.
You know, the whole topic of trans people in bathrooms is one I avoided for a long time.
Let's
21.
get the guys talking.
No. I want to go. Oh no.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You're not going in a woman's bathroom. No, I'm just saying. But
You got a man with his talking about he's a woman. He ain't no woman. Yeah, give her money back.
she's talking like she's a manager now. Yeah, give her money back.
Here, get your money back.
There's no such thing as transgender. He has a
All
okay.
right.
He has is hanging out. Okay, no, I'm not one. Actually, I'm a
Yeah,
woman who knows
she
how
was
to
being
stand
a
up and
dick.
speak up for my right. As a woman,
Yeah, she's doing
I have
that too.
a right to feel comfortable without a man exposing himself. Okay.
I want you to peep the fact that there's multiple women telling this man they felt unsafe with a male in the women's bathroom. They felt
Sure.
unsafe. And the man's like, well, he's transgender. You guys are being dicks. Imagine.
That's traumatizing.
Well,
solution. It's not a perfect solution.
She was
but I
being
mean,
a
it is
dick,
what
though.
it is.
It's not okay.
Okay, that's traumatizing to see that. I'm a
You could
woman.
go butter without
I
having
know
to
this is a place right here.
scream and
I'm
making
told.
Yeah.
Was her kid with her though?
So how
It
dare
was
you
cool
sit here
until
and
she
tell
was
me I
like,
don't have a right
transgender is
as a
not
woman?
real. So it's like, all right, you don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Now you're just espousing your beliefs
A
now.
full and testicle, okay?
Balls and testicles.
He was trying to do they identify? He has no.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Right.
You're a man.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care what it's called. It's a man. You got one? You're a man. Okay.
And if we went
Wow.
into the men's section,
Now she's blasting.
with
Is
our
that the
anatomy,
is that the
Wait,
guy?
this is the guy? The trans
No.
guy?
No.
No, that's
No.
some
Oh,
guy
okay.
with shirt.
I was gonna say, like, that's just a dude
Yeah.
with like a shirt. I
Yeah,
hope
no,
he didn't.
I mean.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
I mean, if
I'm not sure.
like that.
I'm not sure if there's anything else, but you guys get the gist
No,
of
not,
it,
not,
right?
not. Yeah, that's
all right.
that's the large and short of it.
Okay, honestly, I can
Yeah.
I can respect and agree with this woman because I've got an 11-year-old granddaughter, and let me tell you, if there was a guy walking into somewhere she was at, dick is swinging, guess
killing
what?
him.
I'm going after that motherfucker.
Absolutely. That's why I asked if her kid was
Now, with that being said, okay, I'm old school. Next to Roberto, I'm probably one of the oldest ones on the panel. I'm old school. I don't care what the fuck you look like.
That means
if
I'm
you look like a
old.
man. Well, I'm not far behind you, Roberto. I'm just saying. I grew up. I was born in '72. This is what I grew up and I was taught and preached to. And I'm not saying ways can't change, but if you walk up to someone and they look like a woman, I'm saying yes, ma'am. If I walk up to someone and they look like a man, I'm saying yes, sir. I don't care what gender you claim to fucking be. It's how you present yourself. I will hold the door for anybody, man or woman. I don't care. It's just, this is a complicated matter that has been made complicated by the population, not the subject. Okay, this shit's been going on. This shit has been going on for years, but only now are people talking about it. Now it's a big deal.
Well, you see, now the rights are getting to the point where basically they can do whatever they want to, go into a bathroom and stuff. And I'm gonna say one thing about, and I didn't play what they said, but there's one part. Shout out to Abba and Preach, those guys that did the video. I like their video. I like their stuff. But they said one thing that kind of resonates. It's like, okay, so now if it's legal for this to happen, there are creeps out there who will do that shit just to say, yeah, I'm going to identify as a woman so they can walk into a woman's bathroom or walk into a kid's stall or some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? So there has to be some sort of protection for these young little 9-year-old girls or whatever that are with their mothers at a spa. There has to be some sort of protection for that.
So, no, it's facts. And it's also facts.
Are still out there.
And it's also facts that penises are traumatizing, because I remember going to the YMCA and seeing very old male penises, and I was also like, what the fuck? I never want to be here again. So I get it. You feel what I'm saying? I think we should probably cover up all penises wherever they are. I'm 100% with that. So, like, you know, and
I don't want to see another man's penis either. So I'm with
that's it.
You know
I get it. I understand and I empathize. But then she's like, strangers is not real. So it's like, all right. So now what are we really doing? I understand that you're with
just making
you're in
about
a room
her.
where it's a bunch of little girls and a penis started flopping around, and that is a terrible experience to be in. I can't tell you how many times I heard ladies complain about getting unsolicited dick pics. It is an uncomfortable, and no one wants it. No one wants unsolicited penis to just show up. Nobody, right? I'd be surprised. I don't like it. I don't go to the gym showers and shit because of that, right? I'm not cool with it. But then it's about, and I don't care what they say they are. This is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not really about it. I don't know
about the situation anymore.
She let her emotion get too far. Take the situation too far.
Because she started praising God and shit.
Get it, son. The blood by the blood. It's like, all right, just shut up, lady.
Yeah.
But that's my own personal biases, right? But it's like it seemed more like it felt more like an opportunity for her to espouse the fuck shit that she believes than it was about actually protecting anybody at that point.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it seemed like, and that's where the problem for me lies. But no, there's no reason why there should be a room where there is a little girl and then a penis shows up. That should never happen. Yeah. It doesn't matter how it just doesn't. But that's something that I think, because I don't like penises either.
The main problem there.
There's one penis that I like.
Whatever.
That's my own.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got
whatever.
But the thing is that the problem here is not so much it's the establishment, right? Because they were trying to cater because they want the money, but their facilities are not catering to that. So what they should have done, if they were going to do that, they should have a gender neutral bathroom where if people can use that bathroom.
I don't know if they want the money. I don't think that's really the motivation for it. They're trying to do the right thing. They don't want the bad publicity. They don't want the lawsuit. That's a different thing, because there's transgender people are such a small minority that you can literally never service them and have all of the money, because there's so many of us who are not trans. So it's not like it's a different thing. I think they're trying to be more, and it was California, right? So they're trying to be more inclusive and accepting as the world changes and stuff like that. And I think we need to. Yeah,
you're going to do that. You're going to have the facilities to do it, to make sure that a woman or myself with my daughters, or my wife, my daughters, doesn't have a dude, a woman who, he, she, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what to say, but comes out.
You do know what to say.
Drops the freaking towel, and has a dick there, and they're like, what the
just
fuck, right?
Meat. Because the problem is, it's not about how they identify at that point. It's about the floppy meat that's flying around the room where all the children
are.
That's a problem, period. Whether if it's boys and men or it's girls, it's a problem.
It's not, that's the thing. Because here in certain malls, we have gender neutral bathrooms.
We do.
Yeah.
My kids' high school, they made a gender neutral bathroom.
Sure.
Well, that's why I was talking about. Oh, okay.
How many of you have been in a woman's change room? That's actually where the situation. That's actually where the situation happened. It wasn't a bathroom; it was a woman's change room.
Right.
Yes, but I did at the end of the night. There was no women there. We're just picking up the empty Mickeys at the bar.
I just don't understand women's bathroom in my high school had stalls in the showers, and the men's did it.
Because that goes back to Greece and Rome. I can tell you exactly what that's about. All right, but I don't know how real we want to get out.
Well, we have swinging stuff that make it logical to have stalls for us, but I know.
Yeah.
In my world, in the strip club world, the men's bathrooms don't have locks on them. The women's bathrooms do. That's because the men, they will take their time and lock the door and do whatever they need to do. That's why we keep that open. So, there'll be times where I have to, yeah.
Maybe I think
I don't think I understood what you were saying.
Me neither.
What was that?
I didn't get what you were saying.
They'll jerk off. They'll be jerking off and taking.
That's why there's locks in them. Okay,
I just came out and said it. I don't know why I was speaking cryptically. I apologize for that.
I was like, what are you saying exactly?
I was like, what?
Yeah,
I told you, man, I'm not good with hints, bro. I don't catch them. He's like, I was like, wait, what are they doing in the strip club? Right, and beating their meat. Yes, of course.
Makes sense. That makes sense. Roberto, what you gotta say, man? What do you think?
Well, that was my topic.
Oh, you had that one too?
That was him. No, he was the one that brought it up. He said.
Yeah? No, this was my topic.
Oh, the transgender. Yeah.
No, was it Roberto's?
Well, yeah, it was kind of the same thing, but
up,
this is more with a bathroom. I want to know, weren't they at a spa?
Yes, they were at a place in California.
Isn't spa 18 years and over, or it's not like that in the U.S.? Because over here, you can't bring kids in a spa.
Yeah, I've been to different spots, so I don't know.
Well, no, the spas I go to are 18 and over.
You go to the happy ending ones. You go to the happy
called
ending
tranquility
ones.
because kids get loud. Kids like to laugh. They like to, carry on. When you go adults, they can respect all the no talking, no cell phone signs, right?
Oh, okay.
So it's pure tranquility.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I asked. But
I don't know. I
can understand that. I can understand that. And the fact that, like you said, a pedophile could easily say he's a woman and go in there and have access with no repercussions, It just protects them.
And when we put it past like a creep to do something like that?
No,
at all.
Obviously not.
Conniving, isn't that what they are?
They're doing it. They're doing it already without even having trans involved in any way. They're already doing those kinds of things. So it's not like, of course,
for them, it's another tool for them to get what they want.
The thing is, it's legal. That's one of the big things they were talking about. Like, it would be legal for them to simply identify as a woman and then walk into the bathroom and show their ding-a-ling all over the place.
That's why I'm talking about, like, the rabbit hole. Like, you got to get it taken off, man. Snip, snip. You got to go through the whole process, because if you just, like, if that was my dude with a white shirt, if that was who they were talking about, that was just a dude, man.
That's not who
it wasn't. Okay,
the first one standing with the Oriental one in the mirror.
Oriental one in the mirror?
Right when it started.
That's not the, we can't say Oriental when we're talking about Asian people. That's crazy, but
okay, Asian. Sorry, my bad.
I knew what you
were either. Okay, all right. Oriental is racist, guys. Just so you know. Just so you, I don't want to,
No, but
I know Asian people are such a small minority, so we don't have to care about their shit. But
no, you're explaining it, man.
55 years old.
I did explain it.
I know you are.
One at a time, guys.
I'm not trying to offend anybody. This is just the
way
I
know. That's why I told you. That's why I
hear you, and I said you're right. I corrected myself.
I'm not the cancel culture guy. I'm not gonna like come at you crazy on Twitter. I'm just telling you so that you know. You feel me? That shit is like, you guys,
where I'm coming from. Everything we fucking think and say, we got to protect ourselves or justify it. I'm just fucking speaking my mind.
No, you don't have to justify
not to you,
it.
not you in particular. I'm talking.
No, I don't think you have to justify it to anybody. I think you just acknowledge the issue and then be like, all right.
No, but I don't. Now, there's people who feel like I have to, and when I get at them, they're like, "Why are you so angry?" Because you're in my fucking front yard. Do I have to keep off the grass? Leave me the fuck alone. I'm not bothering nobody. That's the way I roll.
There's a lot of nut jobs out here who's trying to control how people think and shit.
Yeah, because this is about as honest as I can ever get with anyone. I don't care if you're a man or woman or however you identify. If I walk up to you, I don't see color. I don't see gender. I don't see none. Hey, how you doing? I'm JJ. Nice to meet you. I don't give a damn. This is stupid. You know, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody. It's just it's situations that are being blown so far out of control. Now we have to talk about it. You know, it just bothers the shit out of me. And to address and I'm gonna address something in the chat. Jack was asking me about, you know, would it bother me if, you know, if I was around a gay guy? No, I used to work very closely with a gay guy.
Yep.
It don't bother me. I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. You know, I just.
What if he was making out with his man?
That's what he
like
does.
on the job. Like,
right
what if? What if his man showed up to the job, dropped off lunch, and then was like tongued him down real quick and then peaced? Would you be like, yeah, shout out to you, Steve, man, and Hank. I'm proud of y'all, man. I'm happy for you.
But why does he have to
say that? Yeah,
I didn't say he had to. I'm just asking if that would be a thing.
Number one, it wouldn't bother me. Number two, it ain't my business.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. And it wouldn't bother me either, because I remember I was working at a spot, and I was guy that used to work beside me was gay, right? And I sat there and I had conversation with him, like, okay, so really this and that, you know.
He gave you the breakdown on how he sucked dick, and you was all.
Well, maybe not that. Maybe not that much.
I was just curious.
Oh my god!
You know what I mean?
I did make it clear. I did make it very clear to this guy, yo, you can hit on me all you want, but don't touch me.
Huh? Yeah, swag.
You know, no, I'm just letting him know.
You appreciate the boost of your confidence, but you didn't want him to get the wrong idea and shit. Like,
listen, man. We worked at this place that we have here, in some places in the states, mainly in the South, called Waffle House. Okay, he was the cook. I was his side cook. We worked close to one another, and I told him, I said, you talk all the shit you want, but just don't touch me.
Swag.
So, you know, I want to hear what Maz has to say about it, if because she's a woman, right? So if she had went into a spa, and I just want to put the stipulation first, it's not a black dude, Matt. So what would you do? I just have to put that in there.
I mean, that's adorable, darling. Honestly, it wouldn't matter. The skin color would not matter in this case.
Gotcha. So how would you feel?
The length of the penis matter? Then, like, if it was like a really long penis, oh my god, I don't want my daughter to be exposed to this.
But I am a mother.
Yes.
And what if it was like a tiny penis? It was like, I mean, you know, whatever. I guess
I have seen from like 2 megapixels to oh my. Okay.
2 megapixels.
I've seen from awe to oh my. Okay. Nothing phases me.
Oh, wow.
But if I'm in there with my daughter or my niece, you're getting a whole different side of me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Amen.
Because that's a woman's change room. That's a safe space. Frankly, there are some times that there are women in the change room that I will check just for the way that they walk around in the change room.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you are not at home alone. People can see you when you are walking around naked.
Mm-hmm.
And none of us wants to see just how detailed your wax job was. Straight.
I mean,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Depends.
But I'll go and say this, and it's the same thing. If it's a dude, you know, with his son, and it's a woman running around naked. If your son is a certain age, 9, 10, but you still don't want your kids seeing that, though.
I know you don't want your kids seeing it, but
you know what I mean?
Respect a lot of people.
I don't know. None of you are going up to the fucking front desk like this. Ladies,
I would not
the men's
either.
room, titties out. Like none of y'all are doing vagina lips slapping against the thighs. If I don't want my son to see it, like nobody's doing that. So
okay, that would turn into something from RedTube if it was a woman going in there.
Yeah, pretty much.
And y'all know I'm right.
No, not really.
You gotta protect kids.
But you do, right? And I'm saying even still, like I wouldn't be making a fuss about it. You know what I mean? I'd probably push him out the room, be like, hey, you gotta go. You know, cover your eyes. Be like, cover your eyes.
Quite often, there's a lot of women who are intimidated by men. A lot of women that will not, or they're afraid to even report that they have been abused one way or another by men. So A change room should be a safe space because that's when we're at our most vulnerable.
Agreed.
So if a transgender wants to go in there, yeah, no problem. Just don't be walking around, doing the little helicopter thing. I don't want to see it. I want to pretend that you have the same parts I do. Okay.
I feel you 100%, and it makes sense. You know what I mean? It makes sense that you got to protect the kids.
By the way, that's a rumor. We don't go around doing the helicopter.
Yes, we do.
I lived with.
I don't.
Yes, we do.
I'll pull up a dick slaying video right now. A bunch of dudes in one room in basketball shorts, literally doing the helicopter, bro.
Yellow, you have my
shit up.
DM.
It's on YouTube.
Wow.
There was
the fact that you guys replied so quickly,
know.
I was a young man. We do dumb shit, bro.
Go ahead, Matt.
Did put something in the chat, and it was about unsolicited boob pics. Now that wouldn't phase guys, but
not.
I would chat back and forth with a lot of guys on Meet Me some years back when I was doing that site for online dating, and it's not the unsolicited boob pics that they were receiving that would bug them. Some guys, yes, would receive unsolicited dick pics too, but no, a lot of guys were receiving unsolicited VJ pics.
Yeah, man. As much as I love it, vagina is not attractive.
Yeah, I've received a few in my time too, and yeah, no, thank you.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, teachers. Yellow, I'm still your friend, man. I'm still your friend, Yellow, but
I'm
okay.
I don't know. I might have a problem with it if you could fit my car in it. That'd be a big problem.
I'm just like,
you got a small car or a big car now, man?
You understand? You understand?
This is not your father's old. Shout out to you, man. Progressive.
Roberto, you said you had another one?
Yeah, I was hoping that I could find a link. Was this thing I saw on Facebook? You know Caliber?
Caliber, no.
Soul Caliber.
This guy is a brother, very vibrant, beard, kind of heavy set. He's on Instagram. He talks a lot of righteous stuff, And he brought up this event, something that happened in the States. This white guy went up to his neighbor.
You Canadians talking about us like this, right?
It's in Canada. I'll say it's in Canada, I just got it because maybe you guys know I say the States, right?
And to be honest with you, Yellow, you don't know. The three of us on top, we trashing you Americans all the time, bro.
Yeah, I get this feeling. This show is basically just, look how dumb America is.
That's why I'm dumb, but I'm here, baby. I'm here in the
old. You're not helping.
Hear me out. You just guys are jumping the gun.
Proving them right. No, I'm joking. I have no idea where you're going. And America's mad dumb.
If this shit happened in Canada, we'd be fucking tripping. I'll tell you right now. This guy walked up to his neighbor who's black and told him, "You fucking niggers got to get out of this neighborhood. This is a private neighborhood. You niggers." And he fucking blatantly said, "Any of you niggers have a problem with me? My address is blah, blah, blah."
Yep.
Now, I don't know if it was the same day or the next day, but about 4,000 black people showed up. This man got arrested. He was telling the cops, "Fuck you, get these fucking niggas out of the place." You know what the cop was telling him? "Bob, just go home. Come on, Bob, just go home. Nobody reverse that fucking tables. Reverse those tables." A black guy's running up to a white man saying, "These fucking honkies," because that's the only thing I know.
Nobody's.
Is honky still a thing?
These honkies. They're fucking honkies.
They're now in Studio 54 and they're fucking shit up.
That's the only offensive thing I knew that black people would say back to white people when they were addressed as niggers, right? Mm-hmm. What is the counter in the US? Please tell me. What do you guys call white people?
First of all, there's no good one, and there's nothing.
Just checking. Maybe you guys got another version.
There is no. Yeah, that's a good answer.
It's a sentence comedy right here.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
I grew up here in honky all my life. Okay, and I never really knew what it meant. Never really cared what it meant.
It don't mean
shit.
It
never really took it away.
Fucking George Jefferson.
Yeah, it's like dynamite.
Did anyone call you that uptown?
But they weren't. There was always people that would come visit us.
From
Visit
downtown
either.
or NDG.
Yeah,
Or, right?
or from Nova Scotia and stuff like that.
Oh fuck! They're very prejudiced over there.
Yeah,
oh yeah, absolutely.
But let's just change it. Let's just change the subject back to where I'm going at. Those 4,000 because he was telling the cops arrest the blase, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, the way the cops reacted to it when he was saying all that was kind of like freaking me the fuck out. Like, why aren't they jumping this guy or arresting him for blatantly making threats?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to take shit in my own hand. I'm going to, like.
Yep, those are threats.
Sure enough, the next day the cops came and
racially motivated
him, right?
threats.
Yes, very racially motivated.
Those are hate crimes. Those are hate crimes.
All those people that were there, I don't know how many, maybe let's just say a good 600-700 people that I could see. They were all throwing stuff at him.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
See the yellow?
I didn't like that.
I didn't like that
I
either.
didn't like that.
Maybe if they're throwing teddy bears or something like that, along those lines. Weird. I don't know if they're shooting food at him, but the
or whatever it is. But they're also hitting the cops who are doing what they want them to do.
Exactly.
That's the problem. It's like, bro, what's happening here?
And they were doing that, and that's where they lost any kind of sympathy for the initial outcome of the whole event.
Absolutely.
Like, we don't have to behave like that.
No, that's
but
too
in
far.
the eyes
That's
of other people, yellow, not me. In the eyes of other people, because we live in such a judgmental society right now that if you don't conduct yourself accordingly, the fucking the media and the internet's all over them.
Yeah,
over them. For me,
I mean, it's
it
always
was a
been like
joyous
that.
event.
Yeah?
I thought they were happy because the guy got arrested. That's what I took from it.
Well, they
because
were happy.
Usually like that.
That was. I mean, we've seen people are dumb, right? So you get any group of people together, you just get more and more dumb. You got to remember, every time Philadelphia wins something, the fucking the town burns. Like, people are dumb. You know what I'm saying?
When you say every time, you mean once in the past.
No, every single. Right. No, absolutely. Once every 170 years, but every single time.
I'm like an hour from there.
And I'm sure you hockey fans, you know how y'all get when y'all win some shit. Y'all know how y'all get. How many times have I said the good old boys?
Yeah.
Exactly.
We don't know
Exactly.
I was gonna say so. I was gonna get zone.
We have no idea what you're talking about.
Do it. Say that shit, man.
Bro,
I was like,
we didn't even win the fucking Stanley Cup, and they were fucking breaking up fucking cop cars and shit. Yeah. They had to tear gas.
They flipped the cop car. The cop car, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
They flipped the cop car, and bro, they had to fucking tear gas the people to get them off of the street, and we didn't even win. So imagine if we would have won.
Well, no, if you win, see, that's what Yellow was talking about. If you win, it's like, let's celebrate. Let's not destroy the city.
But people are dumb.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah. No, they would have destroyed the city.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jason's saying Tampa Bay's on fire tonight. So apparently there's probably...
Oh, is it? They're burning over Tampa Bay too right now?
There you go.
Guaranteed Montreal would have destroyed the city. In fact, a lot of...
for sure. 100%.
It's crazy, bro. People are dumb. They get excited, and they just like the mob mentality, like son Milwaukee Bucks said, man. The mob mentality takes over, and people just do dumb shit. And they're like, I'm the most dexterous person here, and I'm only gonna hit the guy with my water bottle. Like, they're just clearly not thinking, and it's stupid. But I think as much as I acknowledge the fact, Berto, that you brought up here, is it okay if I say Berto?
Go ahead.
Swag. Much as I acknowledge the fact that people are going to use the fact that they were also hitting cops with water bottles and shit against them, we have to do what we can to counteract that narrative. Because again, yes, they are going to do that, but then it's like nobody ever has anything bad to say about this town that celebrates their hockey team winning. Nobody ever has. It's like, those guys, they got a little rowdy last night. Yeah, on the news, hey, they're so happy about it. Meanwhile, a car is burning in the video that they're playing. They were so excited last night.
Cars are upside down, windows all taken out. They're celebrating on top, and you don't see a cop anywhere in the fucking vicinity. Nowhere. Yeah. I got caught downtown in '93.
I was down there
last time we won the cup, and I was on Sherbrooke Street. I remember I was in my Mustang.
The SWAT, right? You're talking about the SWAT?
Rest his soul, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw people fucking just jumping on people's cars' roofs, on
their
hoods, and just. I'm talking like end of the world I saw in Sherbrooke. And I just had to get out my car, and Bubs got out the car, and we just stood there and said, come on. Like, we're ready to fight, man. It was that bad.
Yeah. And then we were down there too, right? So when we got down there, it was close to the end, but they put the SWAT team from one end of the block to the next end of the block. And when they started marching, you better have got out the fucking way, because they were clearing up that block, and I seen them mash up some people who thought they were bad. You know what I mean? And you got to understand too, it's a lot of alcohol in these guys' system. Yeah. So they win the Stanley Cup, right? They're out there. Their friends are fucking doing stupid shit. They're drinking. So it's like, yeah, let's do some stupid shit too. And it does take away from what actual happened, because now you're fucking burning your city down.
Come on, Anzo. I throw a rock through fucking Foot Locker, and you see those fucking Jordans sitting right there. You ain't running and grabbing that shit?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Don't put him on the spot, man.
But first off,
put him on the spot. He's like, no.
Hold on. First off, no, I wouldn't, because if you throw a rock into Foot Locker, they only have one side of shoe. You actually have to go into the back of Foot Locker to get the whole fucking shoe. So I'm not doing that. Like, if I can get it in the front, I will grab it in the front. But if I have to go into the back of the store and have a chance of fucking cops being right outside when I get out, no. There's no thank you.
I'm not even gonna be there, bro. I'm good.
I'm staying inside. I'm staying inside. I hear you, bro.
There's fucking 30,000 people out here. They're breaking in the fucking high-end watch store over there. By the time they get to me, I have enough time to get in the back there, get 2 fucking pair of Jordans, maybe even try them on with a nice pair of Jordan socks. No.
I'm not taking that chance.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Ghetto time watch, man. Ghetto time watch.
I'm not even gonna be out there, bro. I'm not even going to be anywhere near any of that, fam. I've been to gas before. It's trash.
If I was 20 years old, it might be different. If I was 20, 25, it might be different. But me as a grown-ass man, I'm watching them on TV, shaking my head, saying, stupid ass kids.
Look at these idiots, but like, we won.
Ass kids.
Yeah, but then when you see that video, right, of them busting out of Foot Locker, and you see 10 man with 2 fucking shoes under their arm, then you're like, well, maybe I could have went downtown for it.
Yeah, then there's gonna be 20 guys trying to get those shoes from under your arms, and then they're gonna.
No, those guys true.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you don't want to be.
They broke into Burks.
That is.
That's fucking. That's
what is that?
That's a jewelry store.
You have Burks in the States too.
Oh, Burks, yeah.
High-end jewelry
super high-end jewelry. Maybe it's before your time, because you're a young puppy.
Yeah, we have Jared's and K's and all that shit.
I think Burks might be a kind of like a K's.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's when after that. That's when they got their windows and everything, like bulletproof windows and actually the gates,
the bars.
Gotcha.
That was my thing, yo. I mean, if you could have showed the video, would have been nice, but some people have already seen it.
Yeah.
Apparently, a lot of people have seen it.
His name is Caliber.
Caliber.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, he was talking about it, but the instance was
shit, I don't know where did it happen exactly.
I don't fucks with that.
I don't
fucks with Instagram too much.
Somebody in the chat said it happened in New Jersey.
Oh shit!
Oh, really? That's right.
Come on, Josh.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is there?
I got a video right here. I could pull up if y'all want to. Hold on.
Sure.
Go ahead and pull it. It looked like it's a news report though, so you know what I'm saying? Like
that's all good.
Grain of salt and all that. Get up, man.
You're good, right? You can't be.
He tells us tonight
don't worry about it.
Okay.
Not for the news. Not for the news.
Yeah.
I don't know. YouTube does. I don't trust them.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. See, this is the shit right here. Like, they were doing the right thing, but then they said, I'm mad about this, though. I'm mad about this, right? Because this is where they started the video as conveniently for this fucking news report. And I'm just like, mad right now.
Yeah.
No, this is the end of the whole situation, but they're like.
Wow.
They lead with this, but nah, they're being honest and they're doing fair reporting and blah 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 blah.
You got to get their attention, right?
carried out of his home by
I don't like it, man. But they're hitting the cops too, and that's not okay, bro. You've lost control. Like, you're not thinking.
But this was not how the day began. This morning, protesters gathered on Matthews' lawn, enraged over multiple social media videos intended to be shared that went viral.
Keep backing up. Back up. Don't touch me. Keep backing up. Don't touch me.
In this one, you could hear Matthew repeatedly
All in his face, stepping on his property. Like, that's not his house.
Wow. Say it was a pattern.
Oh my god.
Yo, with the Wu-Tang hat.
Oh my god. It's like that Karen movie, but in real life. It's that real life Karen in that fucking BET shit.
This is the thing that happens all the time.
That's crazy.
Speak to anybody using the words that I did. It was wrong.
We got a chance to speak with Matthews about an hour before he was ultimately taken into custody.
Oh, now he's sorry.
Oh, this guy went off like I've never seen anybody.
He's not a racist.
Looking
Really?
at that video.
Bro. They just get to say it. They just get to. But my friend, one of the good ones, I bet, right? I know. I understand.
Yeah,
I hear you.
yeah. I have a black friend.
I watch Oprah.
They just get to say it. They just get to.
Many of the things that you said were pretty ugly racial slurs.
Why didn't he
Did
say
not mean
racist?
this. It was a lapse of judgment at a moment at my weakest point. And my anger got the best of
And
me.
now you found God too, I bet, huh?
Wait, isn't that the same thing that guy that shot 6 people said?
Oh.
They bought him food at fucking Burger King?
That ain't no fucking excuse because the man was expecting, I dare you to show up at my property. He was not expecting this.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, no, he had his guns inside ready. He wanted to shoot him a nigger that day. He wanted to shoot him like that. Come on, bro.
They
Come on,
didn't show
bro.
a third of what he said, Anzo. You didn't see a third. I saw the whole thing. This guy walked away, came back. Cop told him go home. He walked away, came back again.
Really?
It was like 3 different videos, bro.
Yeah, he went off. Like,
But what did they show?
wow.
Oh, but they made sure they showed the cops getting pelted by all of the garbage and shit for 3 times. They made sure they showed that part.
Yeah,
That's the shit
of
I'm
course.
talking about, man.
I was
That's
just
what I'm
happy
talking
that he
about.
got arrested because I didn't see it happening.
Were sprayed with mace.
Facts.
Hit with bottle sticks.
Riot police then moved in to try and disperse the 100+ people there.
So now the cops are doing their
rocks,
job,
and trash
right?
at his home.
Some type of justice today.
Neighbor Ashley Gibbons says she and her mom were harassed by Matthews, and she doesn't buy his remorse.
It was coming to him. It was coming to him, and I have no regrets of what happened today.
But this is the thing, all right? So the cops came and they arrested him, and you're happy for that. So why can't you just be happy for that? Now you gotta want to go and throw shit, and it makes us look like animals. It's like, oh look, the animals are
First
going
of all,
off.
stop. That shit is not true. Stop that shit and
Yes,
don't
it
say it.
does.
You can't keep perpetuating that bullshit, bro.
Bro,
It don't
it
make
does.
us look like animals. It make us look like people. People keep doing the same dumb shit over and over again. That's it. But it's easy to say
Yes,
it make us
but-
look like animals because that's what they call us.
Okay, well, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, it still does make us look bad. It makes us. If I won't say animals, you want to say animals, it makes us look bad. You got the justice that you deserve from that, right? The guy got arrested. There is absolutely no reason to start throwing shit because
I'm just gonna-
when I say we look like animals, that's what the white people say. It's like, oh look, they're doing it again. They're looking like animals. You know what I mean? That's why I say it. That's why I say it.
But we
Gaiskar, did you say that? Gaiskar, what are you looking at? Did you say that?
I didn't say shit.
What a guys can say. I didn't hear.
Nah,
No, what you say?
I'm gonna say this, like,
looking all around. What are you talking about?
like to inform you guys, like, and whatever, the guy looks like a fucking moron either way, the racist guy. But if he would have did that in Iowa, it would have been less dumb. But he did it in New Jersey, bro. Like
Right.
I'm from here. I'm telling you guys. Like we're
Surrounded.
we out here. We out here in New Jersey.
Well,
to
to be devil's advocate, right? Just to make sure, I have to have my man Danny's back while he's not here.
Go ahead, Danny.
It's
Danny.
Once you throw anything, like it's a controlled mob, right? It's a controlled crowd. They went there to arrest the guy. They went once the crowd becomes disruptive and starts throwing stuff at the police. It's no longer a controlled crowd.
Yeah, those were all felonies.
That
Every
just changed
time
the
a
whole
bottle hit a
situation,
cop,
right?
that was a felony.
And to go back what Anzo was saying, that if it just clap or say or cursed or whatever, that would have been fine. But once objects are thrown in that direction, then that's when the riot police
cough
come.
Through
And that's
Gaiskar's whole point, huh? Just gonna cough through his whole.
He's like,
he's saying some good shit.
Somebody got greedy.
It's an extended show, JJ. He had to go get his fix.
All right.
But that's what it is. That changed the whole thing. That outcome could have been so much in a different perspective of justice being done, and it got outshined by people throwing bottles. It's just like
I don't think it got outshined. I think because the footage is available.
On that first.
I'll give you that.
Right, they did. The media is trying to do that, but I don't think it outshines because, like, I don't know. I think most people will see that and they will say, "Oh, look at those niggas throwing bottles." See, he was right. There will be people who say that, but like, there's also a lot of people who are going to see it and be like, I mean, you know, he was a racist.
My first reaction when I saw that, I'm like, look at that dumbass going to jail now.
Yeah. Right.
You know, look, my YouTube famous. Fuck you.
If you saw the whole video, your perspective would be different because I saw the whole video.
I get it.
And I was like, this motherfucker should have been arrested a long time ago, and he just had the cojones to keep coming back.
Yeah,
coming back. Like what he's doing isn't wrong.
But like Yellow just said, right? That it's right. America keeps telling them that it's right.
It's just exactly like Yellow said, right? So conveniently, they're starting off with that segment right off the bat.
You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's where my animal talk comes in, because the racist white people are going to be saying, you see, the animals, look, they're getting what they want. They're getting this guy arrested, but they're still going crazy on
Bob and Peter and all them, right?
But the fact that they're throwing stuff is going to make it even worse in their minds, right? At least if they're being calm, they're saying, oh, well, they had an animal. But now they're saying, look, they're doing exactly what we thought they would do. This is how they are, you know? So the media is definitely doing a job to portraying it that way. And like you said, if you had seen the whole video, or people who see the whole video might think a lot different and might say, yeah, throw that shit at him.
Yeah, me, what I saw, that newscast is fucked up.
Yeah.
Because what message are you trying to send?
Right.
It's a very clear one.
Yeah, I watch a lot of news, okay? And there's a lot of reports, whether they're guilty or not, they're always showing this black person did this black person did that. And now you got to watch the news in one way and one way only. You got to think. You never get the whole story. Just like Yellow said, you know, they just happen to show that particular piece right there near the end. They never show you the whole thing.
Yeah.
They never give you the whole story. And that's what people are taking way out of context and way out of control.
It's facts.
You know, hey, this innocent situation. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'd have seen this shit, I'm fucking white. I'd have went and beat his ass right then.
And
he's believe me,
and I will say this. Believe me, I know JJ will, because JJ has come to my back. It wasn't racist stuff, but like, I don't know. It was not even like 3 or 4 months me and JJ knew each other, right? And JJ heard some dude went off on a stream, and JJ just fucking popped up his stream and ripped the guy a new asshole. And I was like, you didn't have to do that, JJ. He's like, but you know what I'm saying? Because he was friends with me, you know what I mean? He respected me, and he was like, I'm not gonna let anybody disrespect you like that. And I have nothing but respect for JJ for that. And like Yellow said, absolutely.
Nifris made a good point there on
see now, JJ, I'm the opposite of you, JJ. I don't watch regular news because I think the regular news is trash. I think social media is...
Well, it is. No, it is. Honestly, I only watch the news, honestly, for the weather.
Even the part where, like...
They can't even get that right.
Roberto, you described what happened, where he was, like, saying, you know, the N-word over and over and over again. That was when they were doing the voiceover, so we couldn't even hear him say racist stuff.
Right.
So that was when the guy did the voiceover.
No, just blatantly. Like, I'm telling you, I've never in my existence on this planet,
it out.
Even those videos I saw with the hoes and the dogs, I did not see what I saw this guy do. And honestly,
oh no, that's pretty regular, bro.
I'm sorry, I gotta take my hat off to the gentleman that he did it to. Because he didn't let that guy break him.
Hands, feet, elbows, knees. He would have felt all.
Hey, he broke the vicinity law, man. He broke the vicinity law. He should have ate a fucking headbutt to his nose right there. I'm sorry.
To start off,
it's a reflex, officer. I blacked out. He came too fucking close. That gentleman, I don't know who he is, props, yo. You handled yourself
Absolutely.
like a gentleman.
Yeah.
And New
I got my
Francis, you
spray on those keys.
you are absolutely correct. I know they still think we're animals regardless, but I'm just saying when you see it on video, then in their mind it solidifies it.
Points.
You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah,
and Anzo, I know what you
solidifies
meant,
it.
Anzo, where it's like if we would have just been peaceful there in that scene, they would have had the different narrative. They probably would have even put it on the news
Well,
because like everybody was
if
peaceful.
they were peaceful, you think more would have came out of it?
No, I think they
I
would
don't
have
think
showed
a damn thing would have
situation.
changed.
You're probably right. More wouldn't have came out of it. And Josh said
It just those cops wouldn't have been dirty. The cops went there and they did their job. But you also said something that they didn't show, where the cops was like, "Yo, just go home, Bob. Just go home." Now this is
wish
after
they showed that.
This is after the threats were already posted on the internet. This is after all of this is happening. So it's like, well, you go home. These threats, the crime was already committed. We have video evidence of it. Not to say that it's proof, but it requires an investigation, and he should be going with you while that investigation is taking place, right? But like, so there's a lot of funny shit going on here with this reports and how this story's being spun. And I also did not like, that was the first thing that I said when I watched the shit. I was like, well, that's not the first thing that I said, but it was the last thing that I said actually when I watched the video, because that's the last thing that they show is the cops being pelted with like milk and shit. I don't know what, it was a bunch of white shit. Like, what is that?
My words was why. That's
Yeah, it's like, nah, don't do that. That's
Why?
not good, man. The cops are doing what you want them to do. Don't do that. But
I didn't
at
even
the same
see
time,
them getting pelted. I just saw stuff because it was like you were getting like a third person perspective.
It was
wasn't
too
a
close.
newscast. Someone was filming it with their phone.
Yeah,
so it was from a distance. So for me, it looked like they were throwing
was just shit,
stuffed animals. It didn't look like, but when we saw in that newscast, that was far from stuff. I don't know what they were throwing because they were happy. They weren't saying "fuck you," whatever. You fuck you.
They said,
They were like, yay, yay. So
it's like a cheat code in a video game. Like it's stuffed animals instead of beer.
It just didn't look right, you know. I said they got to be celebrating the fact that the outcome was the guy got arrested, not that it went to court and he was found not guilty, like almost every incident, you know.
He won't. There won't be any penalties for that. If there is, it'd be like probation and anger management course, some bullshit like that. There won't be any real penalties for this.
Yeah, absolutely not. You know what I mean?
Well,
for a threat, he'll get
his penalty is he has to go back to the house, bro. You better move, man. You better move to Iowa, my dude. Like, have the tornadoes protect you or something, man.
Yeah, the cojones to call out people and give his address.
Don't be coming back to Jersey, man. He better not live in Patterson.
I'm glad they showed up, yo.
He
better not live
dumb.
in Patterson.
Yeah.
He better not live in Newark. He better not live in.
He clearly lives somewhere, bro. You saw how many that's a lot of black people to show up in one place for one dude.
I saw a different angle. There was more than that.
Yo, there's a lot, bro.
Yeah,
he lives somewhere.
That's a lot of aunts and
Birmingham.
uncles and cousins. That's all I have to
And
say.
they angry. Josh, you weren't there,
You
man.
didn't get the call. You didn't get the call, Josh.
No, I didn't even know this story. I don't fucks with Instagram.
You didn't get the
man.
call,
I should have fucks with that. I should have
You
fucks
should
with
have been there
Instagram.
doing an aficionado update.
Yeah, I know. I should have. Hey, I'm on my 100 sub count.
From
We
the
got
car?
this crazy racist guy. Here, I'm gonna see. Here, I got my beer here. Let me try my fastball pitch. Oh, man.
It's crazy. So those were the topics today. We're at the 3-hour mark. We will close it up, man. It was a great show. Told you it was going to be a fire show today, man. It was really good. Appreciate you guys coming on. So we're going to go around the panel so y'all could talk about your channels. Roberto, talk to the people, sir.
Well, as I stated in the beginning, and I've been stating many Wednesdays over this year that we've been online, that I will be launching my thing as soon as LDG puts my intro together. Well, LDG put my intro together, so my shit is no longer in limbo. I have no choice to get this done, or I'm just embarrassing myself on YouTube in front of all you fine gentlemen.
You're not embarrassing
Roberto,
No,
Roberto.
like I said, I got to challenge myself, right?
Roberto.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna let you know a piece of information. I've seen it. It's just banging.
Oh, you did? You saw it?
Yeah, it's banging.
Respect,
yeah,
respect. was hoping Anzo could give the people a little taste, but he wants to,
I can.
Go back.
I absolutely can. Yeah,
Please, I'd love to get feedback from everybody, man.
Just let me give a chance to download it.
So everybody in the chat, stay tuned for the sneak preview.
It's going to be a little extended.
And with that being said, Gaiskar, tell the people.
Basco Scenario is my channel. Basco Scenario on Twitter, Basco Scenario on Instagram. You can also find me on Chaos Central. Shows starting from Sunday all the way to Wednesday, 9 p.m. JJ has the roundtable for the Bad Batch at 8:30 on Sundays. Yeah. And there's the Loki roundtable on Sundays as well, also on Chaos Central, hosted by Chris Knight. And then we have all the 9 o'clock shows. Monday, 9 p.m., Chaotic Conversation. 9 p.m. Tuesdays, the Chaos List, hosted by Anzo. And then Wednesdays, we have the Rule of 3. And then the O.O.C. And we got to talk about Game Changers, guys. Are we doing it? We're not doing it because...
No, we're doing it. We're doing it.
All right. So we have Game Changers that's going to make a comeback. So that's
going to fire. We'll do it next Wednesday.
I think we'll do it on Wednesday because Josh is off on Wednesday, so he can come back onto the show, right? And I guess, man, if you guys want, we can talk about having a fourth person on or another person on because it's four
Rob?
of us.
Is Rob still?
Rob is not doing it anymore.
Oh no! Oh okay.
Yeah, his relationship is going good. So he's like, I don't need Game Changers.
You guys, can I ask you something though? You guys want me on Game Changers? I mean, I know I brought that crazy
we need a perspective.
Red pill. Okay, all right.
We need a PIMP's perspective.
All right.
Yeah, we want Game Changers. Next up, JJ.
You didn't know Yellow?
I didn't know. I don't want to hear the stories.
You're going to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, I'll send you the link to my strip club.
He gets paid.
I
got to tune in to Game Changers.
Well, hold on. Let me say this because I know Gaiskar and Roberto, those old men got to go to bed. I am not tired, so if you guys want to end up and do something else, we could do that. Not a problem. Let me know.
I know I got to see Black Widow early as I can tomorrow, but I don't care. I'm still good, man.
All right.
Probably two.
Did he call you old man?
No, he's actually older than me.
Oh,
but I did since
that's an oil of play moment.
I am 35, guys. I just turned 35.
You're 1 year younger than me. You're 1 year.
Pants on.
What's that, Yellow?
Bullshit.
I want to ask you, Gaiskar, because you mentioned you're talking about the Bad Batch. And I just do you enjoy the Bad Batch or do you just watch it because it's Star Wars?
I'm actually enjoying now the last couple episodes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I watched the first episode and I cut out.
Yeah.
Because it's for kids. It's clearly for children. It's not even
you have to get into what is after the sixth? What episode was it? Yeah. It's really fucking slow.
Yeah, about 6 or 7. It starts picking up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars fan.
But it's still for kids, though, right?
Yeah.
It's still a children's show. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. It's still a kids show, but
it's still for kids.
Yeah.
Is it canon? "Quote unquote" canon?
Yes,
it's supposed to be.
Okay. All right.
Yes. JJ, talk to the people.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy JJ. You can find me in a lot of places, but it ain't about being a knight. It's about the man above me. I appreciate everybody in the chat coming and supporting Onzo like this. Please do it more. I can't think of nobody that can deserve it more at this point. Roberto, he's about to come out strong. You guys watch out for this guy. He's going to bring some stuff to the table.
Thank you.
Gaiskar, once he learns how to play some real games, he'll probably show you some entertaining shit.
Wow.
You know I play with you, bro, right?
Of course.
Okay, yeah. Josh, he's got some great reviews. Check him out. Yellow, you're new to me.
Yeah. Pleasure meeting you, man.
Yeah, bro. Thanks everybody for coming, man. Thanks for having me on, Onzo. I appreciate it.
You're always welcome, JJ.
Facts.
Yeah,
but JJ feels like, oh well, because I didn't invite him on, I don't want to ask. But you gotta ask to come on the O.O.C, bro.
Close mouths, Joe. Close mouths.
Yeah. If you want to come on, just ask. I will never tell you no. That goes for anybody. I won't tell you guys no.
We've had 10 people on this mofo.
Okay. All right. That's cool. It's just, I started hearing y'all talking about some weed. I had to put some input on it.
Yes. Some weed bait out there, huh, JJ?
Yeah, man.
You know how we do with the stoners. You know how we do, bro.
Right.
We're gonna do a weed show one day.
Yes, we will.
Yo.
Yes,
No, let's just go ahead and schedule it now, Anzo. Let's do it on 420, regardless what day of the week it is.
Oh, we gotta wait till next year.
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking like soon, man, because fucking we always talking about weed.
Do it at 4:20 in the afternoon or morning, whatever, man.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you what. Time. I was on 3 streams that day, man. I was high as fuck.
It's all good, bro. That's what it's there for. That's what we need to do. Film Elitas with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much. He said, Anzo, what were your thoughts on the trespassing thing?
Transpa.
Oh, transpa thing. My bad.
Yeah.
Jesus. I must
It's
be
a
high
weird
too.
way to.
So what's trespassing?
Well, yeah, we talked about it, and we said if there's kids in there, you know what I mean. It's not right for you to be running around with your dingling hanging out. Yeah. We also said you have to be careful because there are perverts out there who will be doing shit like that because they know they can get away with it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And one thing we said, if that's the case, just have a maybe. You can't do a time because you don't know. So have a transgender bathroom. You know what I mean? A gender-free bathroom, whatever, where you can go in there, but you still have your women's changing room. Because like Mads Mama Bear said, if you have a kid, it's traumatizing for your kid at that age to see something like that. Yep. So
I don't know how traumatizing it is, but it certainly is uncomfortable.
Well, if you haven't explained it to your kid, it could be traumatizing. But if you educate your kid, you know.
Yeah. And that's what it's all age, right? Right, yeah, and it's true, kind of, right? Because, like, remember when we're kids, man, we used to run around, look at my penis. You know what I mean? We're kids. We did shit like that, right?
I was like, look at my cock. I never had a penis. No, I'm joking.
This guy was 4 years old, like, yo, look at this.
What I called it and what it was 2 different things.
That was like swinging, right? The helicopter thing.
Yeah. Hey, pretty mama.
I was swinging. It was hanging, you know? It was hanging.
Next
what
up,
was the
Josh.
Eddie Murphy joke, bro? Dexter St. Jock swinging his dick.
Jock, yes. Hey, pretty mama, what you doing on the beach all by your solo and some?
What you crying about?
Fucking raw.
Me and my girlfriend broke up. Oh. You know, if I was your boyfriend, I would tell him that he is stupid and I would make love to you constantly.
And my man Eddie went off, bro.
Yeah, he sure did, man.
Thanks, guys. I'm going to watch Raw tonight.
Man, that shit is so hilarious, man. Till this day, it still makes me fucking laugh, bro.
Hell yeah.
Still makes me laugh.
That and Delirious.
And Delirious, too. They still make me laugh, man. Josh, talk to the people.
Guys, I'm super humbled. To all my subs, thank you for helping me get there to 100 plus. Next goal, you know, we're going to keep it moving and get the content out to you. Movie Aficionados on Facebook. If you guys, I don't know if you're on there, but check out the group. You can post any of your videos in there, share your stuff. You know, Roberto, when you start your videos, man, go to Movie Aficionados. You know, I think you're already in there. Definitely share your stuff. You know, get more people on there. And then Movie Aficionados on YouTube. I got new content coming down the pipeline. Also, one more thing, just check out my comic book, Artsy Fartsy, on Amazon. And I'm going to do more stuff with that too. Thank you guys so much for helping me with my goal.
Did you just say Did you just say artsy fartsy?
Artsy fartsy. Yeah, it's about 2 film critics that are like really
okay. I was just making sure I was
myself. No, I said that. So it's a comedy.
I just had a high moment. Sorry.
It's okay. I actually got a Twitter comment. Yeah, I got a Twitter comment. Wow. So I said, why was seeing a transgender Twitch? Yeah, right. Transgender person genitalia be any more traumatizing than seeing a regular male, female? But that's what we're saying. It just happened to be that it was a transgender. We're not saying because it's transgender is traumatizing. We're just saying the video was.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it had to do with the fact that it was a transgender woman. It had nothing to do.
Well, we don't actually know. We don't actually know if they were trans. The thing about the video is somebody said they were trans, and then walked into the women's changing room, and then I don't know how true this is, but waved their dick around, which I don't think that actually happened. I just think that. You're right. Like I
just
don't
said
think
it like
that.
what if, you know?
Mhm.
Took the what if out of it. Because
Right.
you know, it's funny you say that, Yellow, because I was just contemplating that. This person was really running around waving their thing in the back.
Like probably not. Probably just a penis
that
was
would have
there.
been filmed. That would have been filmed. Because that's like plenty of hits, man. She would have like women's rights and all kinds of things going on.
Oh,
I
right.
can
Let's
see
talk
this
about.
yeah, that would be fire, yo.
Okay. So, see, John. Go ahead, Gaiskar. Go ahead.
Oh, well,
you're gonna say the same thing I said.
Yeah, if you're in a women's bathroom and you're with your daughter, and a man walks in with this showing his penis, that is traumatizing. Like Matt said before,
I still don't know how traumatizing it really is.
Well, it's disturbing, uncomfortable, because like Matt said, that's a safe haven for women. They're in there because that's their private room. It's like being in your home, kind of, right? Your home away from home. If someone walks in butt naked into your house that you don't expect, you'll be shocked, and some may be traumatizing depending how your child is raised.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
A man could show his genitalia to a young boy.
I also don't like that.
Exactly. Like that's
it's
what
not
we're
about.
saying.
It's not about the trans of it, Johnny. It's just it's about the the penis of it. It's about, bro.
Right.
Or the vagina of it. It's about the
Again, I don't think anybody's really beefing with the vagina thing, but maybe.
I think see John Edit joined us a little late, and he's confused by our topic. We're no longer
not really confused. I think he's trying to put a narrative out there that we're trying to say certain things, but we're not.
No. I don't think he's trying to put a narrative out there. I think he has a narrative.
Yeah.
And can't understand anything that kind of like it takes longer to understand that this is a conversation that's happening outside of that narrative. The problem is that the person claimed to be trans in order to go into the change room. That's the issue. It's not about whether they were trans or not. It's just about this conversation of how we're handling transgender and how policy is being formed around transgender has led to this kind of experience. It's not. And I think it's important that when we're talking about these things, we be as nuanced as we can to understand that to ensure that we're not alienating or encouraging the unjust treatment of people, right? Because we're talking about like someone who said, "I'm trans, I'm going in here," and then a penis was like flopping around or whatever the case may be.
Well, we'll never know either because we didn't see a part of the video.
Right, but we don't even know, and they don't know if the person is actually like transgender or not. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. It's not about that. It's about the how can we avoid having grown penises exposed to children?
Right.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. That's exactly it. Yellow, tell the people about your channel, sir.
Yellow does it, fam. Where I'm always going to be as nuanced as possible, unless I don't like you. Then you're going to probably just hear a bunch of fuck shit about you.
and trust me, that's the case. I know we're on the stream and I was like, yo, we're not talking about Bill Cosby. No, all right, I'm out. Click.
Yeah, bro, Yellow, I came through. I was showing you guys some love, man. I saw you got a lot of hate. You got a lot of trolls. So, but you know what? No, that one stream I came in, I was like, yo, shout out. I gave a like, and there were like 12 dislikes. I was like, yo, man.
On the Great Council. Yeah, you came for a special day. Yeah. That's because fucking Lunga came on here and talked about fucking Andy and Jody for 7 hours. So there's like,
okay.
That shit was about.
No, man, show some love. Hit that. Go to Yellow. Hit that like, baby. Don't you know.
Yellow, Great Council.
With the saluting he would keep doing.
Oh, that's my thing. You know, watching my videos.
That's mine too.
You haven't been watching my videos.
That's his 3,000.
I skipped the endings.
Actually, Josh stole that from me because I was doing the salutes.
I took it from Hodge. It's from Hodge Twins.
Cool. So I'm gonna play Roberto's intro. Then we'll have a few minutes where we can talk about it. You guys can give your opinions on it. I have it ready to go. So let's do this. Here we go.
LDG.
Facts.
That track is fire.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I loved it when I heard it, man.
I'm gonna put some bars on that. Hold on. Oh, yo, where that picture come from? That picture is fire, bro.
I have an idea.
That picture is fire.
It's on this show too.
I know about this generic. Express yourself.
No, but I have an idea for this. I want to hear
I'll take
Roberto's.
whatever you say.
I want to hear Roberto's voiceover over this. Like, hey, we're here to F the ego. We're here to do that. Like, put little clips of his voice over that.
Word, like fire. Randomly throughout it. Yeah.
Or like, I am the architect, or something from like a movie, like a little clip. Or no, just Roberto's voice.
And you got Roberto looking like a pimp at the end of it.
Yeah.
That's my ego.
Like, we are here today to F the ego.
Was I wrong? Was I wrong, guys?
Go ahead,
no,
guys.
I love that.
Wrong about what?
That was fire, man.
The intro.
No, it was
thank you.
The
sir.
intro.
Thank you,
said.
You said it was fire, yeah, because you had the inside scoop. Yeah.
I saw it yesterday, and I'm like, yeah.
No, that joint's fire.
I like it.
I think
it's a little long for my taste, but it's dope.
You know, I think because it was so fast and he had to slow it down a bit because unless you're a speed reader, everything was like, you know?
Yeah.
And then Chris was doing his thing to try and not get any copyrights on that beat. It's a lot of work, man.
Oh, is it a thing?
That sounds less
yeah,
free.
It's by this group, Shish or something like that.
I don't know what that is.
It's so funny because the software where he sent Gaiskar and I to go and find our intro.
Yeah, and Venom.
It's actually from that site, so they're doing the copyright infringement.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, so I'll just blame them if anything falls on me.
Yeah, I got the same thing from a free video that I did. I took a YouTube song, or I took something, not YouTube. It was from software, a Microsoft software, and it's free music, like beats. And I did it for one of my videos, for my gaming videos, and I got copyright on it.
Okay. Well, you see the thing with that if it's on the site, then he will send you the license for it. So anytime you lose it, you could just give the license and boom, they'll take off the copyright. So
cool.
That's good.
Word.
Man.
So just for the record, John, check me out, fam. I'm not the guy. I know you're probably used to arguing with people on social media, and there's a bunch of dumb people on social media, but you are having conversations against people who are not having the same conversation that you're fighting against, fam. You're having an argument that nobody's having back with you. I am not in any way suggesting that you're deviating from the issue. Never said that. And I'm not gaslighting you. I was actually, with what I said, I was speaking to Anzo about his analysis of your whatever fuck shit that you're doing. But now I'm inclined to think that he's right. You're not actually countering any of the points that were made, right? You're just kind of regurgitating the same bullshit that you probably have used 1,000 times. Is it like a copy and paste situation? Do you just plug in the names? I'm just concerned about the integrity. What do y'all call it? You debaters? What do you call it there? You call it debating good faith. Good faith. I don't think you're operating in good faith. So
yeah, like that's what I said.
But I could be wrong.
It seemed to me like there was a narrative she was trying to get to with that, and we're just not having that. So you can form your opinion,
it's
man.
Just weird. No, but I'm still like benefit of the doubt. I'm still inclined to think that it's just. He heard transgender and then immediately assumed that it was a lot of like that's what it's about, but that's not. That's just how the story was framed when we received it, right? We're talking about what it was when we talked about the story. We didn't. No one here was like these transgenders should not be able to. Transgender penis is worse than hetero. Like that doesn't even make sense.
Right.
Transgender penis is worse than cisgender penis. No one. That's a completely ludicrous concept, and no one had said anything like that, right? So whatever you heard that it turned into that in your mind, that's something that happened on your side of it, not over here. So
John, rewatch the section. Just go back with the rewind button and just rewatch what we actually said, so you have a context.
Facts.
You know, context is important, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Need that.
Yeah,
Now.
Hold on. You say, okay, it was I that brought up a solution of having a transgender, which they exist. A neutral bathroom. For
gender neutral.
Yeah,
Gender neutral bathroom.
Gender neutral bathroom. That's what it's there for. Not a transgender bathroom. A gender neutral bathroom. That's what it is.
All right. Well, if you're here to have a
it was a
conversation,
gender neutral bathroom. Yeah.
and if you're here to have a conversation, not a problem. That's what we are here for, to have a conversation. But you got to listen to what we're saying as well, bro. Right? You got to
and then respond to what's actually being said.
Yes,
that's the thing.
Oh,
right?
he said he understands now. Okay, that clears it up.
We're good.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's not a transgender
That's
bathroom.
what happens when we do
But-
3 hours, yo.
John, I do have to ask, how did you get over here from Twitch though? That's
because I'm broadcasting on Twitch too.
Oh,
and,
wow.
and I will say this,
StreamYard,
John.
bro. StreamYard.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. If you enjoy it, sub to the channel. You know what I mean?
John.
We're not here to trash anybody. We just want to get our point across, because we don't want anybody
I am
sitting
going to trash. I just want to be clear. At every opportunity, I've done it to everybody here. I'm gonna do it to anybody in the chat. Anytime I hear some shit that I'm like, nope, stop that. That's trash. That's my thing.
And yes, I did say transgender bathroom. I meant
right.
neutral.
But then he also said you also said gender neutral after that, like people do when they say something wrong and then fix it. Right.
Right.
But
Exactly.
I get it.
Yeah. So
cool.
Appreciate you popping in. We do this every Wednesday. So if you want to enjoy it, yeah. No problem, man. No problem.
You don't have to keep highlighting this nigga's comments.
Keep no problem. No, I just wanted to. I know you are, because this is my motherfucking show, and nobody tells me what to do on my motherfucking show.
Yeah.
Just to let you know
I
that,
will
right?
absolutely continue to do that.
You can try.
Facts.
So listen, man.
You will fail.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
So we are gonna close it up, but Josh, Yellow, we're gonna do something. JJ, if you want in, more than welcome.
What's happening?
We'll just go talk about other kind of shit. We'll do another stream. Gonna close it up. So like I said, the old man can get their sleeps. You know what I mean? We did go 3 hours.
What's with the ageism, bro? Some age shaming them. This is an accomplishment. Making it to 67, 70 years old is an accomplishment, bro. A lot of us,
I'll tell you how accomplished I am.
A lot of us never thought we was gonna make it. All right,
my mission isn't complete. That's why I'm still here.
Yeah, I still don't have to wake up in the middle of the night to go take a piss, so I'm good.
You lucky bastard. Oh my God.
Wow.
You lucky fucking bastard. But it's coming, guys. Trust me, it's coming, man. Sometimes you get in that you're sleeping so well and you gotta piss and you're like, oh man, I don't want to get up, because you know you're gonna wake up, have a hard time getting back to fucking sleep, but you still gotta wake up. And I'm beginning to think I need that pee bottle by my bed, so that I can just turn over.
I mean, I'm gonna pull Yellow and just interrupt you.
And you're
just
not
say,
even at 50 yet.
I get up, I go in the middle of the night, go take a piss, and go right back to sleep. So I disagree with that. And I'm 36, so I don't know.
Well, you know what?
I struggle going back to sleep.
It's
but
coming.
You get to our age,
yes.
Celebrate the fact that you didn't get up to pee.
Bruh, I just had
long. That means I must have slept all night.
For the first time in my life, I just had I gotta go to the bathroom dream. And so I started pissing myself. So it's fucked up. But I woke up though. You feel me? And there was still a lot more piss left. So apparently I stopped it early.
For your honesty, man.
Why does it feel so warm?
Unless you're trolling,
I hate to say it.
No, that's
but
a true story. It's fucked up.
I hate to say it happened to me
it's
too.
The dream, bro.
It was
dream.
so vivid. I got up, I went to the bathroom in the dream, and I started pissing in the toilet. And then when I woke up, I was like, "What the fuck?"
I felt the temperature change when I left the room to go out the hallway into the bathroom. Like I smelled the bleach. Like it was real, bro.
Yeah, man.
And then I woke up.
Like Matt said, we always go bathroom near the end of the show. I don't know what the fuck it is, but there's something about our show. We're always in the bathroom when the fucking closing out, man.
When you stream for 3 hours, you gotta piss.
Yes,
that's right.
The minute I stand up, I'm running upstairs, yo. Running like the shit's right there. Why do I do
gravity
this every fucking
you.
Wednesday? Every Wednesday.
Because you love
that's
it, bro.
hilarious, bro.
That's why I go be right back.
Because a while back, Anzo said, because our show is making some progress, we got to try and limit the amount of times that we stop camera.
Turn off the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, people want to connect with
bladder,
you. People
putting
want
the
to
bladder
see
to work, you know. Let's try and hold that shit.
And
Need a pee bottle beneath the desk.
And I haven't fucking like even tonight. I didn't live up to the problem. I'm just gonna start burning on the fucking show so that
Why
I don't
not?
have to turn off my camera. You know
I
what I
can
mean?
start looking
everybody
at the
knows we
camera,
smoke.
man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
noticed that too. Because
yeah. It's a
I need to
weird
be
thing
like,
to learn.
hi
how to do.
everybody. Hey, how's it going?
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
No, that's how we got. Hey, how's it going, everybody? No, maybe not with my eyes bugged out.
Hello.
Hi. I'm here today to talk to you about stuff. It's hard.
It's like, yo,
I'm just
international
looking at this
sign
screen.
for
I'm looking at
I need
this
help,
screen.
bro. Just so you know, international sign for.
You initially tried to be purple all the time, Josh, because I noticed you're always
I fucks with the purple.
No, I like it's magenta for
Magenta?
Yeah.
I don't like it anymore. I don't like it anymore.
Colors mixed up. Magenta, eh?
It's
Get it right, man.
It's that
magenta,
T-Mobile.
man.
No, I
gotta
that was
research
one of
my colors.
No, that was my meditation space. Like I'd sit outside at T-Mobile because it's all magenta, and I would just think. I would ignore all the stupid ads about the new iPhone, and I would just like talk, think. It's calming to me. The color is calming.
I feel you.
So that's why I'm like I want it. I don't want to go to T-Mobile. I want right here, right where I live. I want that nice, calming,
purple,
easy colors. Magenta.
Oh, my fault. It's like calling Asian people Oriental for you, huh? It's a very touchy subject. Can't be
I can't even keep a straight face.
I'm gonna switch it up. I'm not gonna say Oriental anymore, man. Just
wasn't that Blue's girlfriend from Blue's Clues? Like anybody had kids at that time? No,
she was
just me. All
probably
right, never mind.
magenta. That's probably why.
she was the thing.
Yeah.
Her nose was
guys.
You see that shit? Wait, hold on, before you close it out.
I can't believe we're still going, man.
That shit, that Niferous Road right there, that's 100.
What's that? But to tell the truth, when you do have a dream, and
you have that dream,
absolutely,
that piss feels so damn good.
Absolutely,
you're like, oh my god, why was I holding this so long? Oh fuck!
All of it feels good in a dream, bro. The dream always feels better.
Did you not wake up ever after you did half of that shit? Like, hold on. I don't remember being in a club. Holy shit, what is this?
You notice that Roberto wasn't saying fuck off.
That's right. I was listening.
And now he said something about it.
Nothing too outlandish was said, so I feel it was safe to come out.
It was safe. I'm glad I could do that for you. I'm glad I could provide the safe space for you, my G.
Thank you for opening the door. Give me the chance to let it out. Now it's much better.
Funny, man.
So,
oh my god!
Gaiskar definitely made sure he pointed that shit out to him.
Hold on. While I'm holding it in at the same time too.
So Yellow, Josh, and I don't know if JJ is gonna come in. He didn't answer that question yet.
Yeah, I'll come in for a little bit.
All right, so we are going to do a little something. I'm going to set up another stream for you guys that are here. Roberto and Gaiskar will be going to bed.
I'm actually gonna have a
well, so we can talk about our top fives.
Yeah, we could talk about some shit. Absolutely, whatever. Yeah, top 5 movies for this year. That we've seen.
This year?
Yeah.
I'll put the link in my
far.
thing.
All right. So that's it, guys. We're closing it up. Much appreciated for everything. Thanks for a fire show once again, and we are out.